Liam
out.
Twin.
Look at where they're moving.
Liam Twin hasn't. Oh, he's pulled the trigger.
I think that was the first significant punch landed there. Thank you, Brian.
Oh, right in the kisser. Is planting his feet. Oh, Liam lighter on his feet, but swinging for the fence.
Is Jake just wearing swim bars?
He's going for a dip after this.
Yeah.
Jake is backing up. Liam is controlling the centre of the ring more here. He's sort of the aggressor of the two. I wonder if he was like that when he was younger.
You know what? That's often the case with twins. There's one character.
There's always one evil one.
Yeah, exactly.
We know that.
Well, we can work out which one of them is evil.
One's orthodox, one's southpaw. That's the interesting thing in this fight.
Right, difference in stance.
Of course, Jake is the southpaw here. It's an awkward style. So they aren't entirely equal.
Does it make it more awkward to box when you both sort of match each other up? You're mirroring the other one. I'd imagine it does.
They're not though. There's Liam, couple of good punches from him.
Ooh, look at that.
Jake wants to answer. He's not happy.
Interesting.
There's a lot of emotion in this one.
Do you think their mums bought them both?
They haven't got two mums. They're just the one.
You don't know. They might have been from a modern family.
True.
Yeah. There we go. Round one is over. Probably a little bit of an anti-climax for a lot of people at home. They're expecting a few more punches to be thrown.
I think it's clear relations here. You know, relations. They're not going to go out there and try and rip each other's heads off like the first fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was fireworks.
Yeah.
This was more like a Catherine wheel.
Yeah. Taking my joke there. That's disappointing.
I think it's a hard one to call this.
Mainly because neither of them have really thrown any significant enough punches so far. I'd say so far, if I had to call it, I'd say Liam was the slightly more aggressive of the two and landed just about more.
I would say Liam edged that, but barely.
Yeah. It does seem
and
like
if anyone argued me on that, I'd probably back down straight away. I'd be like, yeah, you were right.
Yeah,
absolutely fine.
And I didn't even try to argue. Of course, in one corner here,
as the referee adjusts his belt, we are ready to get underway.
Stuff. Nice to see Guy Ritchie in one corner tonight.
Touch of the gloves, and Jake is again on the back foot. Liam comes out, and this is more like
now
it.
They're into it.
Liam's going for it.
A word in the ear from either coach, do you think? Get out there, show him his boss.
What's this all about?
Yeah, you don't want to be having dinner with him next week and him be able to say, I floored you. Pass the gravy.
Jake's starting to assert himself a little bit more, but nope. Liam again comes forward. Good push from Drake. Sorry.
Oh, you do run out of things to say when two people are just trying to hit each other.
Liam's backing up now. They can't quite find their feet here. It's not as fluid as last event.
Because footwork is key to boxing.
Wow,
a lot of big punches.
Liam landed clean.
Wow.
Well, Jake's trying to answer back.
Big punches
landed
by
both so.
Brother. Jake managed to land something big there.
On the chin, and this is like nothing I've ever seen before, Lawrence, I've got to say.
Really? I've seen boxing before.
Not like this, though.
No.
Adjust the headgear. He let him do that, though. Liam, give him a second. Give his brother a second.
And then Liam came straight back at him, almost if not to thank him for that.
There's a certain style they're employing here. I can't quite put my finger on it, but it's unorthodox, that's for sure.
It's sort of bursts of punches followed by a long time of just looking at the other one.
Thinking, that's my brother.
Yeah. I'm so proud of him.
He's doing great.
He's doing great. You are doing great. Just keep going, buddy.
Good shot by Liam there. Jake comes back, tries to get him into the corner. Heads rocked, but they are still standing.
It's the interesting side there. You can actually see Jake has a bit more gas in the tank than Liam.
I think both of them try to commit a bit more, plant their feet and go after each other a little bit more. And there was a stumble from both lads at points there. Jake is breathing heavy.
Yeah. They're certainly both taking huge gasps
I feel like Liam is just ever so slightly better.
Yeah. I mean, do you think it's technique? Do you think it's the fact he's a little lighter on his feet?
I haven't got a clue, Lawrence. I've got to be honest with you, mate.
Good to know.
No idea.
Yeah. Eminem, of course.
It's just awkward, isn't it? It's not your normal. Both of them head up, chin in the air.
I'm interested in both their gloves. Have they got similar intricate designs? I'd go for something much plainer if I was a boxer.
You're very stripped back.
I don't want War and Peace on the back of my gloves. Do you know what I mean?
Round 3.
All right, this is the final round. Maybe we'll have a decisive winner in this one.
The referee there trying to set an example. Touch gloves, lads. Get out there and show them
Go
who's
for it.
boss. Will we see some aggression here in the final round? Already, Jake trying to impose himself,
Both
pushing
of
his
them.
brother into the
Just
corner.
a blizzard of fists.
Incredible stuff.
Oh, God.
You told me about a video.
Who
like
drops
that.
first? That's all it seems like. Jake landing repeatedly. Left, right, left.
It's like watching Heathrow Airport.
Liam goes for a big right hook. Misses.
Ooh.
Jake hitting them straight punches.
Just so you guys know, we're sitting right ringside here. We've got a great view of both these brothers as Jake has yet another swipe.
Oh, now Liam
landing
seems to mean
hard.
business.
One brother dropping his hands there for a second.
Caught him.
You don't want to drop your hands
Are
in
they
boxing, do you?
talking? I think they might be
I think
talking.
they are.
a
Is this
little bit,
wrestling
isn't
or
it?
is
They're
this
having
boxing?
some words.
Yeah.
They're having some words.
You didn't tidy up last night. I told you to put the Lego away.
You let my batteries of my Xbox controller run out.
Yeah, modern day problems. Where's my action man?
Come on. Jake. They get close in. Liam, swinging, again. He's rocked him a little bit. He's hitting him, he's landing.
Keep landing,
He's landing.
keep landing, Liam, and I think your brother's going to go down.
But now Jake tries to answer him back,
Big
and they're
defensive
both wobbly.
punches. Backing off. Do you think there's somewhat of an agreement here? Don't put me.
Oh!
Big punch landed there by
Liam.
Liam. Liam just wants to put his brother down on the mat, doesn't he? That canvas might be hit in a second.
You've got to say Liam's probably been the better fighter here.
Oh, absolutely. Much more aggressive. I think it's aggression in the amateur area that gets you wins,
Ruthless
doesn't it?
aggression.
Other boxers.
They're in our corner now. Jake swung hard there but missed. I think that's the problem here. There's a lot of wasted energy in this fight.
Certainly. So if you swing through, it's that swing through. Whoa!
Oh, and now Jake answers with a big one.
Jake there. Oh, landing a lot of no more punches thrown after his brothers touch gloves.
To the end.
Come on, ladies and gents, let's make some noise
Wow,
for these
well,
twin
that was quite a
boys.
surreal experience there, wasn't it? Because we've seen brothers land, and every now and again it's as if they realise, whoa, I'm actually hitting my own brother.
Well, our
It
referee
reminds
is
me of a famous
adding up the
story about
scores. I
Ronnie
just
and
thought
Reggie
something
Craig.
quite
when
interesting.
they
You may
went
not
at
have
it back in the
observed
day.
it,
Really?
but
Yeah, they-
identical
they
twins,
used to
and
box
yet
each
one
other.
of them
Did
was
they?
left-handed
They
and
beat the
the
heck
other
out of
guy
each
was
other,
right-handed.
apparently.
Wow.
So
I watched a
one was a
documentary recently. They
southpaw,
didn't
the
mention
other
that
one
at
was an
all. Maybe it was
orthodox.
a
And it
pro
makes
Craig
it quite
documentary.
tricky
Should have read
when
the
you're
book.
facing
I'll just watch
somebody
the movie. It's easier.
who's the opposite to you in the way of being left or right, because the referee, I can just demonstrate, I was a lefty. Watch what happens. The jab keeps hitting the jab all the time. So you have to try and come round your man to catch him. So it's like looking in the mirror. But I think both boxers did so well at facing an opponent who was also
It really is like
opposite to
looking in
them
the mirror.
from the point of view of being left or right-handed,
literally.
respectively.
It's like looking in the mirror.
Total
Really is my
respect
twin.
to both these young men as well. Brothers facing one another in the ring in a very gentlemanly way.
Both brothers, both the same barber, I'm told as well.
Both boxers, please, to your referee for the formal decision. Please face
Good
towards
lads.
our cameras. Ladies and gentlemen, again, your referee would like to show absolute respect to both of these young men and give them a big round of applause for facing one another.
Absolute respect.
There is a winner,
Well done to them.
and in France they
Face
say
Liam.
by un point, by 1 point. That close. Your winner of boxing out of the red corner here tonight, Liam gets it.
There we go. The brother in the black and white shorts
Congratulations
takes
to
it.
Liam, commiserations to Jake, and we've got Geordie at
True
ringside,
Geordie
who
is
is
heading
going to
ringside
say
now.
a few
Both
words to
brothers.
these young men before they disappear back to Worthing.
Good luck,
Ladies and
Brian.
gents, thank you very much indeed. We will see you with fight number 3 on our card.
Both
Thank you.
brothers head out of the ring. It's pretty incredible stuff going on here tonight. This is groundbreaking stuff on YouTube for you guys. Welcome back to the stream, whether you're watching on either one of these channels. It's a huge event as True Geordie is about to greet the winning brother, Liam.
How does it feel to beat your own brother?
I mean, I had no idea what way that was going to go, and they said it was 1 point. So I'm pleased I managed to win and beat him, but I think it was very, very close. I think at the end, both of us were just trying to hit each other, get those last points, and I managed to pull out of it as the winner.
Was it hard to pull the trigger when, you obviously love each other?
No, like we've both come into this knowing that you know, what happens in the ring stays in the ring. That we live together. As soon as we come out of here, things are going back to normal. So we just knew that this was just a friendly challenge. So yeah, it was all just fair play.
Is there anyone you want to thank?
Yeah, so the coach who's been coaching me, Ali, from East London Boxing Club, he's been kind of showing me the ways, getting me ready for this. But also I want to thank, obviously, OP Talent, Upload, KSI and Joe for letting me and Jake both do this and take part, because it's one of the toughest challenges I've ever actually done, physically and mentally.
All right, congratulations, mate. Liam Twin, everyone.
The winner of your fight there, Liam Twin, speaking to the true Geordie ringside. Incredible stuff going on down here. Chatting to the guys, everyone's very impressed so far with the standard of boxing that they're seeing around. Most people expect it to be even sloppier than you might have seen just then. Incredible stuff, though. Credit to both boxers in the last round. Hitting your brother, as easy as it might sound, is actually harder than you'd think. Believe me, that's not a child speaking. As you see the replays here, you can see it got more and more aggressive throughout the fight as both of them realised they still had something left in the tank. And you see referee Gareth Morris there raising the hand of Liam at the end of the fight. Incredible stuff. And he was really happy there at the end of the fight, wasn't he, Geordie? He was incredibly humble. Incredibly humble.
One question I've got, Lawrence.
Go ahead.
How do I look on camera?
You look great.
Yeah?
You want me to... Yeah, you look good. You look, to put it this way, you look massive. Yeah.
It was tough. I mean, he's very humble, actually.
Yeah.
I like some of the...
Like they say, it was only one there. That's
I got a bit more clear cut than that.
Me too.
But I think sometimes in these things, you've got to give Ben... So,
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's pretty even there.
Under there, to MC for the evening, Mark, he presents Sugar on tour as well, so he knows his boxing.
Clearly, one of the greatest, Sugar.
We've just walked past Chris MD's
Chris
walked.
M's just joined
Chris,
us,
thanks
yeah.
a lot for joining us. Your ringside. What have you thought of the fight so far?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the but it's yeah. Sitting very close, you get a real of how close you are to a bit of stuff. Out of that,
Believe me.
That's it, Chris. You tell someone to get me one of those.
if you you've been.
I'm being serious.
Oh wow, yeah.
It was a kids' event. They only bought
Cancel
one.
the...
Would you not got in the ring?
Oh, boy.
Funny thing is,
Stephen tries the exact same shot. I beat like Alan Partridge.
Wow.
So,
Shots.
Yeah.
Well, you heard it here first. It's Stephen Trial and Partridge.
wow.
Cheers,
Thank
Chris.
you very much, man.
Thanks
See you
for the
later.
words.
Great guy, Chris MD there. YouTuber, as they call it.
He is the definition of a YouTuber, that kid.
Yeah, he literally, I think
He's the grind.
he's right there.
And he puts the effort in as well. I respect Partridge.
Wow.
Cheers,
Thank
Chris.
you very much, man.
Thanks
See you
for the
later.
words.
Great guy, Chris MD there. YouTuber, as they call it.
He is the definition of a YouTuber, that kid.
Yeah, he literally, I think
He's
if you
the
look at the
grinder.
dictionary, he's right there.
And he puts the effort in as well. I respect
That effort.
that. Is an interesting jacket.
Wow. I mean, I think I'm shopping in the wrong section in Topshop.
Nah, it's nice.
It is, yeah, you're right.
I could get away with it.
You know when you create your own character? Did that? To be fair, it is a nice jacket. If it's real fit.
Hopefully fake. we don't want animals.
Slaughtered for the use of heat.
Oh, look at the lads. They're having a good time, aren't they?
There's the Sidemen 10 years ago.
We talk about some of the fights. Next up, I think it's a Nissan Gibb versus Max Place. An interesting one, this one.
Yeah,
a Nissan Gibb has prior boxing training.
Does he really?
Sparred a lot with JJ.
Yeah.
And Max Place, not so much. He says he's relying on the fact that he's Irish.
Road to Shaw there standing ringside. Just while we got him on in frame. He's not fighting tonight. That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, to be honest, I think Rota Shaw would be game as out. I've seen the way he throws his laptop off of his TV. A lot of aggression there. Probably should have unleashed that in the
boxing arena. Yeah, a lot.
Work-related arena.
Thank you, Dave. Yeah, no, but I agree. I think it probably looks like he's going to have the upper hand in this one, doesn't he?
Max Players just seems to smile every time you mention this fight with fear in the eyes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And,
glazed.
And Nissan Gibb has lost a lot of weight. He used to be sort of a little chubby lad. He's really done well to lose all that weight. I think he's lost 10 kilograms.
He's joking.
Just for this, which is obviously, what, 22 pounds?
Thank you,
That is massive.
Yeah.
Nearly 2 stone, man.
That's incredible.
He's nearly 2 stone just fighting.
You almost lost 2 stone in about a week, didn't you? When we
that
out.
That was just for walking.
Yeah.
Really.
He's going to have the upper
Nuisance, isn't it?
Yeah. That's why you got a chair when you can do that.
Wheel myself out. I do.
A lot of people like looking at themselves as in the live stream.
But
it's incredible, really.
They think about themselves, aren't they? Let's be honest.
Ultimately, that's the YouTube
game.
game.
Sub count up.
Yeah. We're here for the big at the end of the night. Just sort of building up right now, aren't they? It is exciting. KSI versus Joe Weller later on. Of course, when you sat down with Joe originally, hadn't spoken to KSI. Joe seemed like a changed man, you said.
Not just a changed man. I think he'd gone from sort of a boy into a man. His previous conversations, we've had him on the podcast a few times before. Joe was always a really good lad, but you could tell he had a bit of growing up to do, and still does. But I've seen a massive evolution in the recent interview from who wasn't sure who he was, didn't know what he wanted to do in life. Is this right for me? Feel like he's letting himself down. And now, the man I look at now when I was on the podcast is someone who knows who he is, someone who knows what he's about, someone who has been tested, someone who's grown through hard times. And come out the other side as a better human being.
We heard KSI say that he wanted to be manhood out
I
of
thought
Joe
it was a
Weller.
bit he's trying to get inside Joe's head. Although I believe JJ's confidence in everything he's saying, I also know that he is saying a lot of things in order to win the mental battle. We've seen a lot of fights in professional fighting are won before the two fighters even get into the ring.
Yeah.
And JJ is definitely employing that tactic of trying to convince Joe that he is a natural boxer and he was born to be a boxer, and he is knocking everyone out, and he's definitely wanting that to be in Joe's mind before getting into the ring.
The cerebral assassin, as you might call him.
Completely.
The other way around, of course.
And to be honest, it could work, because as I was interviewing JJ, I was sort of like, by the time I left that house, I'm sitting there thinking, the natural boxer, he's an animal. You know what I mean?
He has a convincing aura, doesn't he?
He makes you believe him.
Yeah, and then of course the other way around, Joe almost tried to completely dispel that myth by saying, "Do not believe this actor."
Well, and I'm an athlete, and ironically, back in the press conference, Joe did say, JJ is going to try and make you believe, like he's going to try and make you believe he can be Anthony Joshua or something like that. And I'm not saying that JJ tried to do that, but he's convincing people that he is going to be deadly in there.
It's funny though, because actually JJ does come from the same place as Anthony Joshua.
Is that right?
Yeah, interestingly so.
Really? Similar, same area?
Apparently they shared a dentist. Not at the same time, that would have been incredible, but they both went to the same dentist.
He's got good teeth, that explains it. And
so.
JJ will be hoping to hold on to those.
Yeah.
When he fights Joe.
$1 million smile stepping out.
We've got that car guy on my screen.
Yanimais.
The lad who messes around with cars, makes them look hopefully I can afford a car that's good enough to go to his garage one day.
For him to wrap, what would you get wrapped around your car?
All said, I expect for and be hard to beat. They're not saying it's going to be easy.
JJ is a fairly sort of character, though, isn't he? He sort of shops himself on the idea that. Welcome along to the stream. If you guys are just joining us, it's the Copperbox Arena in East London. An incredibly excited atmosphere is swirling around the arena. Yeah, we're still waiting on the drinks down here. White wine spritzer and just a pack of nuts or something would be great. We're being told by Chris MD there's a live update from the bars in the arena. We've run out of vodka. See Zerka there ringside with his partner.
There's Burnt Chip.
Burnt Chip said something interesting to you.
He fancies his chances against Big True Geordie.
Yeah, it was interesting because Burnt Chip. Oh, there he is. He heard us. Burnt Chip and of course.
Look at them teeth.
Evil Burnt Chip.
Look at them teeth. I would brutalise them teeth.
Yeah.
If he ever gets in the ring with me.
Yeah, I'm glad that you said it would be in the ring.
There is one of the main promoters of this bout.
Yeah. Speaking there with the young kids who are going along, you can see us in the background there. He says,
big EastEnders fans. They were those kids.
Huge. Oh right, yeah, of course. There's people coming over. Get him a little selfie with the kid. Go on, go for a selfie.
Selfies. Let's go. Let's roll.
Yeah. Selfies during commentary. How many other people can do that?
It's that kind of event, though, isn't it?
We're breaking ground on YouTube, Brian. Yeah, of course. Elsewhere in the night, there sits a very nervous Anisong Gibb alongside the nervous Plays. Now we waiters. It was interesting, wasn't it? Fairly stripped back rooms. He looks good, doesn't he? Looks like he's attending a happy funeral.
Before we do the formal introductions for our third fight here tonight, it has been noticed that the cheering and the shouting and the has just dropped a little bit. We just need to get a rehearsal going here. Guys, can we just... Bit of noise in the copper box, please.
Wow, an Olympic atmosphere here tonight.
No, come on, you can do a bit better than that. One, two, three!
Go on, Mark.
That's what we want. Okay.
Sung that.
I think we are now poised and ready to bring our next two boxers into the ring. Our referee will now join me, and we will commence our formal introductions of fight number 3.
JJ for the win.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome into the ring and boxing out of our blue corner here tonight. He is here from Northern Ireland. Let's hear it for Max Play!
Night for Max as he steps out into the ring. Looking very serious, draped in his national flag, of course. Quite sinister.
He is at a massive disadvantage, so he's going to need that fighting Irish blood to get him through this one.
Do you think coming from the Northern Ireland, he's going to be happy to be at a disadvantage?
They love being the underdog, the Irish, don't they?
Can't comment on that. There's too many family who might have something to say. Look at those gloves, those Adidas gloves. Been providing fighters.
I'm liking this music.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? I sort of feel like we should be rolling over beautiful hills of green right now rather than
it's very brave
boxing arena. Well, Irish.
To me.
Yes. A very personal reference there from you. Oh, wow.
flag slipped. Put the flag back on.
Weirdly,
Carry it.
JMX walking to ring with him.
Oh, this is a good tune, isn't it?
Yeah, this
I
is
like
getting
this.
the crowd going.
If no else, he's got the best walkout music, this kid.
Says on his back, Max, will he take it to the tonight? So to see Max taking his friends along with him. JMX joining him weirdly. JMX fighting next. Ah, there you go. A real fighter gets someone else to part the ring's ropes for him.
He seems up for it. Despite not having a lot of boxing training, he doesn't look phased.
No, he really does.
Credit where it is due.
No credit. Tried to phase him, as I thought.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent, facing him across and boxing out of our red corner here tonight. He's from Saudi Arabia. Please welcome Anison Gibb.
Play it is Gibbo.
Look how seriously he's taking this.
Gibbo has a massive weight advantage. Oh my god, he's gone for the Exorcist.
Great choice of music.
He's gone for the
Great
Exorcist.
choice. I wouldn't have thought he was born during that generation, but you know what they say. Oh wow, supreme. This man's got money.
I like that he's a showman.
Oh wow.
Finally, we've got a real YouTuber. He's milking it. He's
thought about
loving
this.
it. Business has picked up, Lawrence.
Credit to him, because tonight he's building this one up above what other fighters have done so far. He wants this.
He's owning it. He's owning this moment.
Is it also partly though, Brian? I don't want to burst his bubble too early, but he needs to build it up here because he realises the significant disadvantage.
In steps Anison Gibb.
Supreme fighter.
Looking like a man who has nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Personalised on every level. Look at those boxing shoes. Boots they are.
Interestingly, shares the same trainer.
Ladies and gentlemen,
as
fight number 3 on our
JJ.
card, sponsored by JD. An international contest of 3 2-minute rounds to determine the winner. Introducing and boxing out of our
been
blue
lubricated.
corner here
Wow.
this evening, from Northern Ireland, Max Plays.
That Northern Ireland imagery emblazoned on the shorts.
And the Saudi Arabian man trying to catch him if he can. Boxing out of our red tab here tonight. Who let's hear it for? Anison Gibb.
I've got so much affection for Mark Peters. He's building this fight up so well.
He is
3
loving it.
2-minute rounds of boxing to determine the winner. Your referee will now bring both boxers to the centre of the ring. First of all, we get those gum shields in and those head guards on ASAP. We will then bring our boys to the middle for a final word before the first bell tolls. Good luck to both boxers.
How freezing. Shouting encouragement over Nissan Gibb.
Keep it clean, make it mean. Your referee, here we go.
That's what I say, right, stop, step back, protect yourself at all times, obey my commands. If I want to give you a breather, I'll give you a standing 8 Just box, that's all I want you to do. Good luck, mate.
Anison
Back to
Gibb.
your corners.
I'm just
Ladies
warning
and
everyone
gentlemen, let's
now.
make some
We'll
noise
waste no
for these
time
two boys.
in making this a fight. He
Aggressive.
comes straight ahead like a wrecking machine. In the words of Miley Cyrus, he'd come in like a wrecking ball.
Wow. A locomotive. Look at him, straight out,
That's
right
all
in
it
the face.
He's going
Oh, right,
straight
okay.
in.
To be fair, someone did offer a glove there and he did
There you go.
throw a punch.
Credit to Max. This is not going to be
Wow.
a long fight.
One of these guys could hit the canvas. This could be the first boxing match that we see where
And
someone
Max
hits
is
the floor.
moving,
Yeah.
but he's not punching much.
Much nicer on his... Wow, he almost landed a
And
punch
he
there.
is going in, and he's trying to land that jab. Is he going in recklessly, though? His chin's wide open.
Yeah, partly. No guard up there for it.
Now he gets those hands back.
Gibb going for the
This
body
is
as well.
this pace is fast and furious.
It's unsustainable.
Max is still there. He's taking some big shots, but he's still there.
Max's trainer shouting from the side just to keep moving.
Gibbo is going in for the kill, though, and Max is now up against the ropes.
That looks painful. He's keeping his hands up though.
Keep those hands up, Max. there is a massive weight advantage here for Annie, and now that seems to be taking its toll.
Body blow.
He is relentless here.
Body blow followed by a blow to the head. This is serious now for Max. He needs to fight back. He needs to give himself something to hang on to.
Max is very tired, but credit to him, he's got the heart of a lion here. He's taken everything Annie's got, and Annie is much more experienced, much more powerful, and hasn't got him out of there yet.
It's credit though to Nissan Gibb, because the voracious nature which he is going at this match is incredible.
Well, put it this way, I've been watching Newcastle for a long time, and I wish the players were putting them out of graft he does.
It's true.
He's going for it.
Yeah, maybe you should sign him on loan. Free agent. Wow, still landing punches out there. Still just...
Max is just taking a hammer, and yeah.
As we would say on the podcast, he's relentless.
Credit to Max. Max has rocked there. I think we've got a standing count.
Gibb being told to stay away.
This is a standing count. Rightly so. He was shook after that one.
Yeah, it's worrying because actually Max's head guard, it needs some adjustment.
I mean, if it fit, it would help.
Yeah, very good point.
If there are any problems with the stream, we do apologise.
Yeah. Hope that you guys are keeping up with this somehow. Remember, if it drops on one channel, it's possible to go to the other one. KSI and Joe Weller both streaming this simultaneously in what's known as a simulcast.
I thought this would be a bit more of a measured performance by Gibbo. I thought he would come in. I knew he'd go fast, but I didn't think he would be as reckless.
Look how laid back his trainers look. Look at them. They are literally saying to him, "You've got this guy now." They just sprayed him like you spray a house plant.
Gibbo is that relaxed. He's just giving me a thumbs up. I'm just a commentator.
Look at Freezy on the opposite side of the ring as well. He is loving it right now.
A big Gib. He's just giving him the thumbs up. I mean,
he's enjoying this. He's such a showman.
We should all enjoy this, I think, a bit more. Like,
yeah.
There's a lot of seriousness, but this is fun.
This is what modern day boxing should be like. Two young guys just going at it in the middle of a ring. Wow, Gibb is aggressive again.
Max,
wow,
is a
he's down. Gibb has floored someone for the first time tonight.
Credit to Max, though.
Max plays back off.
Straight back up,
being rolled out of that one.
Well done to him. Credit to him.
Gibb just collecting his breath in the corner here. Breathing heavily, though.
The fans are on their feet.
Now, the referee's waving this one off.
Rightly so. Well done.
You want to protect your fighter. Gibb goes out to the corner. He's lifted by his trainers. That is the win he was looking for tonight. Relentless, aggressive, incredible. A Nissan Gibb there. Look at that.
As anticipated, and he went out there and did his thing. Good show of respect by the lad.
The two fighters embrace.
And you know what it is? Max, you've got to give him credit. Like, he took some big shots there.
Yeah, huge shots.
He can take credit from that.
Those are Jaeger bombs. Look at him there. He owns this ring now. He's standing in the middle of it just saying, "This is mine."
Referee, let's have you face in front.
And this may
Ladies and gentlemen, formal announcement as follows. After 1 minute 30 seconds of the second round, your referee was forced to stop the contest. Your winner, by way of technical knockout, TKO, boxing out of red tab from Saudi Arabia. Let's hear it. Raise the roof. And he's Gibb.
True Geordie steps away to speak to the winner of that boxing match by TKO. You heard it there. TKO for Nissan Gibb. Incredible result for him.
If we can have both boxers, please, over to our interview zone. And we will be back with you with our next fight. Don't forget, we have the main event yet to come as well. What a fantastic night of box-attainment we have for you, both live here at Copperbox and online.
Incredible stuff there. Like
well done, mate. You did it. Smashed it.
Peters. Geordie's now joined by.
It paid off. The trainer paid off. 10 kilos light. I got to thank my dad for coming. Thank you for everyone for watching. Gas! Ah!
Do you have anyone else you want to thank?
I know. I thank my mum, my dad, my sister. Big up my cousin. It's his birthday. Hello, I made it on the big screen. Hello.
Congratulations, Nissan Gibb. You smashed it. Unfortunate for you, Max. I thought you showed the heart of a lion, mate. Well done.
Just want to say fair play to Ali, and a big shout out to East London Boxing Academy. Like I did, they give me a game plan. I didn't stick to it. I wasn't training hard enough. If I had stuck to it, I'm sure we'd have a different story. So if you're looking for a boxing club, East London Boxing Academy, thank you very much for helping me out.
Is there anyone else you want to thank, mate?
That's about it, really. I'm the PT Richard.
Well done to Max.
Well done, Ollie. Well done, Ollie, man. Fair play.
Well done to both lads. Congrats.
Well, we hear the stream went down on Joe Weller's channel. Hopefully that'll come back up very soon for you guys. Everyone heading over to KSI's channel right now. Welcome. Big fight. It's just a couple of fights away. You're watching highlights of the Nissan Gibbs TKO over Max Plays. JMX was in the corner there. JMX was in the corner there. Is that a sign of things to come, True Geordie? One fighter, incredibly aggressive, making the most of what he has, taking the other one to a TKO.
I'm really happy for Gibbo, but I'm also, I think when Max watches this back, he might feel a bit disappointed, and I don't think he should. I think he should be proud, like, considering he's just a regular guy who isn't a boxer, got the crap beaten out of him, and he stayed with it. He stayed with it until the bitter end, until he couldn't anymore. He didn't quit. He was forced to stop.
You don't choose to get knocked out, do you?
No.
Yeah.
But there was no quitting Max.
Yeah.
And when Max plays, he doesn't quit game.
Very
and
good.
he maintained that today.
It's fair to say, though, that his connection probably went down in that time, and that's why he went to the...
He needs to fuel up now, bless him.
You see the white there of the arena. It's packed out, ready for the main event between KSI and Joe Weller. It's just one fight away. We're one fight away from the main event tonight. Welcome to YouTube Boxing. It's an incredible event this evening. You're joining Lawrence McKenna and True Geordie ringside tonight in the Copper Box Arena. Geordie, how'd you feel? Just one fight away.
It's starting to become real now. The thing is, these all seem like a bit of fun. However, there's been some big shots landed in the last fight, and
Mike Fox has got a huge couple of minutes ahead of him, hasn't he? To try and defend himself against the colossus that is JMX.
JMX is a tall lad. He's got the reach. He has got an injury at the moment, though, and that might play a factor. His shoulder is injured. So there is a bit of an equaliser for Mike Fox. Maybe he can work round that, land some shots, stay moving.
Because the thing is, I think a lot of people have been aiming for the head so far tonight. Now, if you were Mike, would you be going out there and aiming for that right shoulder, just loosening it up?
The main thing for Mike is to try and get hit as little as possible. There's the lads here.
Two young talents there.
Theo Baker
and Chris
expert
MD.
in hitting crossbars.
Why is Theo Baker always injured? There's always a plaster on his body somewhere. All those Pringles.
He's a bit of a klutz, but he's a lovely lad.
We see a Bigfoot walk
He's
by
a
there.
big Joe Weller friend, though. That's the thing. This is going to be emotional for him.
I was going to ask you about that, actually, because obviously Joe Weller tonight is in an arena in East London where yesterday at the press conference we saw a lot of young kids who loved KSI chanting his name. We see all of KSI's friends around this ringside, at the very front row. Is that going to be playing on Joe's mind? That he's the underdog in many ways, not only in terms of the fact that people think KSI is the favourite mentally here, but also the fact that he's surrounded by people who are pulling for the opposite man.
I think Joe is mentally strong enough to handle that. I think he's going to come through that. And I think the only thing that can defeat Joe is if KSI is too good. I don't think that this is going to be affecting him. He's been in front of crowds many times. And I think he deliberately played the press conference yesterday as emotionless as possible. He wants to save all that energy for the fight.
We're seeing a lot of highlights right now of the three fights that have gone so far. Of course, the two big ones to come, JMX versus Mike Fox, and of course KSI versus Joe Weller. And it was Joe who said he'd been through some very dark times recently, Geordie, and that galvanises a man, doesn't it? It brings together some form of clarity that Joe had been looking for some time.
Yeah, I think he'd been searching for something that was on the podcast, and boxing might have been that, or testing himself, to be more specific. And it's very hard, as we're seeing, to be more tested than being punched in the face and being asked, are you going to quit?
It's easy to underestimate a man who has been through something which has been very dark, very deep, and very personal in such a public way and say that's still the same person. You don't know the journey that Joe Weller's been on more recently, do we?
We don't, but from talking to him, we get a good idea that he's definitely come through a stronger person.
Yeah,
and to be fair, JJ also, although he was still the same confident, cocky JJ that he can be, he also did seem a little bit more self-assured in a different way, physically. When I talked to him on the first podcast I had him on, he said if someone was threatening him, he'd get a bodyguard. Now he's like, I would handle that myself. And that is a different version of JJ. He's not the kid we watched growing up playing FIFA. But also, Joe isn't the guy who used to pretend to be JJ on a video.
All the talking is over now.
Apart from for us, mate, we're going to carry on.
Of course, we're going to keep talking. But
this is what we do.
You get the point. All of the talking is over now. Both these guys are but minutes away from the biggest event they've ever taken part on YouTube, right?
The thing is, I think in terms of, for a normal fighter, you come into here, you lose a fight, all right, it's disappointing there, you get slept or you get slapped all over.
That's a very good point.
You have to go back to just being a YouTuber, and that memory is forever stained on the mind of everyone who's a fan of yours. And oh, remember when this happened here? So I think that what needs to be respected about both men is they're putting a lot on the line with really not a lot to gain. All right, you win a fight, you're not even a fighter anyway. Who really cares? But if you lose in devastating fashion, people will care, people will laugh, and because you're already a superstar in many people's eyes. You win a fight, you're just more of that. You're not changing very much. But if you get defeated and you look bad, then you do change in people's eyes.
There is something to be
We're
said.
seeing Deji, the brother of JJ, who has been singing his praises in recent weeks.
Very different to the two brothers that fighting earlier tonight. Very respectful to the other one. Of course, Deji showed the key piece of footage, which was KSI, JJ, knocking out one of his sparring partners when he had his gloves dropped. It showed, and he said it on your podcast, the stone cold nature of the way that he's acting right now.
Well, in sparring, it's usually, you know, a case of if someone is hurt, you sort of you stop before the killer blow. JJ proved in that shot he certainly isn't planning on stopping for anything or anyone. And I asked them on the podcast, what are you going to do if you have Joe in that position? Are you going to, because that guy was a random guy, a stranger. Knocking out a stranger is different to knocking out someone you've been on holiday with.
Very good point.
You spend time with, you know very well. They know each other very well. And JJ just responded, not only am I going to load up, I'm going to put all my power into this. I'm going to knock him out clean. And we didn't see that in the previous fights, but you know that these guys are really going to want to win, and they're going to want to win decisively. They're not going to want to leave it to the judges. And let's be honest, we've seen people struggling the last 3 2-minute rounds.
Yeah.
This is 6 3-minute rounds, and it's fitting Joe and JJ off. This is not at a controlled pace. We're seeing people who are not experienced boxers who are going out there in one round, blowing it, and then having very little to last on, because emotions get the better of you. And the chances are, we're going to see that in the final fight. Emotions are going to get the better of people. Someone's going to overdo it, and whoever is the fitter guy is going to have a massive advantage. JJ said in the podcast, cardio. I am relying on my cardio in running, giving me the edge, because Joe can't run. He's got an injured knee.
That's an interesting point. Do you think that is going to, or could play a part? Because you've also seen Joe on the bike. You've seen him doing different kinds of cardio. Just because he hasn't been doing the running, putting in the traditional cardio, doesn't mean that he's going to be any less prepared. Or am I wrong?
I know Team GB level boxers, and they swear by running.
Right.
So I do think that does give you a massive advantage if you can run and your opponent can't. However, knowing Joe, knowing the obsessive, compulsive personality he can be, when he wants something bad, he is going to find any way. And there's Joe's mother.
Joe's
God
mum
bless
there.
her. She's a
very
lovely
nervous,
woman.
Poor woman sitting next to Theo Baker.
What a nice woman. She's saying Joe to win. She's one of the loveliest people you could ever meet, by the way.
She
makes
must be
her son a
related.
dinner
Yeah.
every single day.
I mean, she really is one of the nicest.
But what I was saying was, Joe will find a way to try and equalise that cardio and get through that knee injury. And there's one thing he can't do, well, he can't run, he can spar. And you know he will have been putting in the hours. Every time I've seen Joe, a black eye, a busted lip. This kid is not playing around.
And it's interesting as well, because obviously Joe's been sending you pictures after he's been sparring that he hasn't been putting out online, where he's been through the mill, it's fair to say, in this, hasn't it? And that is a key part of preparation. The really interesting side is people maybe think they know how someone's prepared from how they present, what they see on the screen. On YouTube, people tend to put everything out there. These two guys have been very reserved. They've held things back, and we're going to see now the fruits of their labour almost.
My main thing, as a friend of these two lads, and I'm not saying I'm best friends, but I am pretty close to Joe, to be honest with people, and I respect JJ a lot. I want them to come out of this feeling like they didn't let themselves down. That is really important, especially the two lads who rely a lot on ego. You know what I mean? It fuels their creativity.
Pictures there of Zerka, a close friend of KSI, ringside, living in the same house as the other side men. It's fair to say it's actually been quite a wholesome experience for KSI. The main reason being, they all keep each other grounded. They all remind each other, you've got to keep going, you've got to keep uploading videos, you've got to keep making the effort. He's alongside moguls, it's fair to say at this point, Zerka, clothing, podcast,
Mini Minter, people like that, they are workhorses.
Yeah.
So that whole house, one thing you realise is it's a machine. They pump out content.
Huge machine.
And they are built to be successful. And they push each other on. Joe had that in Elliot Crawford, it seemed, a friend who we could rely on to push him and be with him side by side. And as me and you know, having a mate to tell you when you're feeling crap to get up and make a video is important.
Someone to sound ideas off against, someone who can say you're not acting the way that you should be acting right now, someone to keep you grounded and remind you that actually you're just a person from where you come from.
It was unfortunate what happened. I mean, we all know now, Elliot obviously had a falling out with Joe. Elliot then called JJ. Jay released the whole thing on a video.
Yeah.
It was very embarrassing situation.
Very public.
Very public.
Young men
and I think but Joe at times will have felt quite alone in this experience, and I think that coming through that though, it's got to give him some strength to draw from when he's walking into the arena. If he does get through.
Yeah, there is a bit of a Marvel superhero vibe to both these guys at the moment. Bit of a transformation.
One of the things you said after our interviews, we did them very close to one another. It was like interviewing Batman and the Joker, almost like you've got one guy who's sort of trying to do right, and then you got the perfect villain who's laughing and
reveling in it,
or loving, who just wants to watch the world burn.
The thing is, though, that sells fight tickets, doesn't it? That gets people interested. It
Well,
gets people watching.
Obviously, these are not pros, and there's a lot of people who've been hating on this to a degree and saying it's silly, but getting punched in the face is very real, and this is not fake. And I think we've seen so far, these are guys we've been watching who don't hate each other. They are friends, a lot of them so far, and they've been going for it. Nobody wants to get shown up in front of the world, or at least a few million people.
This isn't a prank video anymore. This isn't opening packs. This isn't going ghost hunting. This is literally violence in a ring being streamed live to millions of people.
And I think that we're going to see in the main event even more than we've seen in the previous fights.
Yeah, true.
True anger.
And the point is, there's a big difference between the events we're seeing right now, which are 3 2-minute rounds, and 6 3-minute rounds. Both fighters sort of had their questions, they had their doubts about how long the rounds should have been, what kind of gloves they should have used, but that is a marathon.
So JJ has been saying recently that...
Okay, the next fight coming up in just a second, that will be JMX versus Mike Fox, and just seconds away.
JJ has been saying recently that I can do 7, 8 rounds, I've been training longer. But there are rounds and then there are rounds, and we want to see the intensity that he's been training at, because you can get found out if you haven't been training at the pace that an actual fight is set at.
What I wouldn't give to be in those dressing rooms right now, hearing what their trainers are saying to them, hearing what the guys around them who are being supportive is saying to them. It's the final moments before they step into a ring, which could be a career-defining moment.
Well, the thing about it for me, mate, is how do you game plan for someone you know nothing about? Well, we know their personalities, we know their physical stature. We don't know what they're going to be like in a ring. We don't know if Joe's got an amazing right hook or left hook. We don't know. They don't know what to watch out for.
The great thing is we are about to find out. And as these
ladies and gentlemen, if you're now live watching us online, welcome back here to London, the Copper Box Arena.
Hand over to
we
Mark
now
Peters
go
now.
to fight number 4 on our card here. Are you ready?
Yes, Mark.
Now, let me ask you again. Are you
Give me the first
ready?
time. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring both boxers into the ring. First of all, the young man from Luton Town.
Wow.
Let's hear it for Mike Fox.
Wow. Mike coming in. Look at that.
Oh, I like the song choice though.
DMX.
He's going to give it to you.
Fox gonna give it to you tonight. JMX. Stealing some letters and
I
turning
really
them
like
around.
this. This guy's a nice lad.
Yeah, he's a good
He's
guy.
a sound guy, isn't he?
We were chatting to him beforehand. He's warm, he's friendly, he's loving. He wears funny glasses, but that's all right.
He's made the odd dodgy video, but who hasn't?
Yeah, who hasn't?
Who hasn't?
Welcome to YouTube, Mac. Knock, knock. Well, in he comes.
He's also walked in by JJ's trainer as
Ladies
well.
and gentlemen, please welcome into the ring his
Is that JJ's
opponent,
trainer
boxing
there?
out
It is
of
JJ's.
our red tab here tonight from Winslow. Let's hear it for JMX.
Well, you may know him from
He's got
YouTube.
an interesting reception here.
Are they both using the same music? Oh, Mike may have stolen JMX's thunder there. Look how angry he looks.
He's in decent shape, is JM.
Yeah, he's always kept himself in decent shape. YouTubers have time to go to the gym.
He's a gym lad, self-confessed.
Yeah. It should be a page on Facebook, Gym Lad.
He's had someone dub over DMX to JMX.
Oh, wow. He's stepping over the top rope in a slightly ungraceful way.
He's a very tall guy.
He almost got something caught there. I hope he didn't, because, of course, that would ruin his videos.
Interestingly, he is the heaviest fighter on the card tonight,
He
JMX.
he was 90.
Over
wasn't he?
90.
Ladies and gentlemen, fight number 4 on our card here, sponsored by OP Talent and JD. 3 2-minute rounds of boxing
JD
to determine the winner. Let's
Not
introduce
the,
these boxers.
not the alcohol.
First of all, coming out of our blue corner here this evening, he's come up from Luton in
Are you allowed to wear
Bedfordshire.
a vest?
Let's hear it for Mike Fox.
Are you allowed to wear a vest? Why not? Says True Jordan.
And the tall man with a big plan, trying to catch him if he can.
Wow.
Boxing out of our red tab.
JMX looks in great shape, much like the numbers on his channel.
Make some noise for
But he doesn't have his stepmom now. What can he do?
3 2-minute rounds of boxing to determine the winner. Your
JMX forgot
referee
his
will
head
now
guard.
bring both boxers to
He'd forget his head
the
if it wasn't
centre
screwed
of
up.
the ring. We'll just get that head guard adjusted and then we are
Struggling
ready to
to
go.
fit
Bear
his
with
head in
us.
the head
The
guard.
thing is, it is very important to get your head guard right. We saw it in the previous fight, of course, when Max Plays got his head guard slightly taken off. It was Ison Gibb who was able to capitalise on that because of the
Your referee
uncomfortable
will now
nature of
bring
being hit in
both
the face.
boxers to the centre for a final word of instruction before we commence the first of 3 rounds. Listen to the man in charge. Here we go. Good luck.
JMX is cut.
Okay, lads, when I say right, stop punching, step back. Protect yourself
This is
at
a
all
mismatch if
times.
I've ever seen it physically, but
Just
I
box,
always want an
just box,
underdog
that's
to
all I
win.
want you to do.
So I'm kind of rooting.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some
Mike.
noise for
You're,
these two
you're also kind of rooting for.
boys.
Well,
Come
we'll
on.
let Mark Peters finish there. We are
Seconds
sort of
out.
rooting.
Round 1.
And Mike walks straight ahead
Wow.
as
Aggressive.
JMX tries. Oh, he's going for it, Mike. Mike is not
Credit
scared
Mike.
of JMX.
Mike is
He's backing him up.
chasing him around
He's
the
backing
ring.
him up.
JMX
and
doesn't
he's
know what to
chasing
do.
him down.
He's lost his head. They're hugging now. JMX trying to get in there. He's trying to land lower than the belt there. I'm not a big fan of that.
And credit to Mike. He's trying to land that jab and follow it up with a big right hand.
Credit. Small man fighting the big man. Some people build this as David versus Goliath. I said it was JMX versus Mike Fox.
And that was a good overhand right from JMX there. What JMX has got to do here is land that jab, use the distance, pick him apart.
The unorthodox again, isn't it? Unorthodox stance
Oh,
versus.
and that is landing. That jab is landing now.
Fair to say, one of these two guys skipped leg day.
JMX is doing the right thing and coming around the outside with that right hand.
Yeah.
Trying to land that right hook.
Mike's just taking that though.
Yeah.
Doesn't look phased at all.
Mike has slowed down a little bit. He came out. Oh, and that was a big right by JMX.
You aren't allowed to
And
punch
the
the
way-
back of the head, though, are you?
He's hitting him on the side, though, and he's landing repeatedly with that right. Mike needs to get that left hand up and protect himself.
Get that left hand up, Mike. Mike,
Oh, and that is landing again.
after an initial flurry of punches, is now backing off. That initial aggression put JMX on the back foot, but now that back foot is springing him back at Mike
Everything's
Fox.
slowed down. Mike needs to... Oh, and that is really... That did land. That Mike has rocked a little.
Wow, some big punches landing on the side of
Yeah.
Mike Fox's head here.
That reach is just too much.
Mike Fox's girlfriend on the side tonight watching nervously.
Oh. This is just repeat. And Mike comes back, but he's caught again. Mike needs to get that left hand up.
End of round one. It's fair to say the aggression of JMX, they're probably one out. A lot of respect for both fighters going out there with that aggression.
Deep breaths by Mike.
Yeah.
And his
Come
trainer is not happy. What are you doing?
Keep
He's
that head
really
up.
not happy.
Wow, they're actually changing the nature of the head guard right now. They're changing the orientation. It's in. The mouth guard comes out. As much water as possible goes in.
I'm very interested to see. His trainer is annoyed. His trainer is very annoyed. He's saying, keep that left hand up. Because he's going to keep landing on you over and over again if he does. We're seeing pictures, though, now of the initial storm that he did bring to JMX. It just shows if you fight JMX aggressively, he sort of doesn't handle it very well.
No, he doesn't handle being attacked. He's normally the attacker on YouTube,
Yeah.
and now he's the attacker in the
10
ring as
seconds,
well.
corners.
What can Mike Fox do? Everyone on Mike Fox's side here in the arena. We want to see Mike Fox land a big punch. That's all we want to see tonight.
David Goliath, 2.
Who's he?
Round 2.
Touch gloves, gents. And the trainer's out.
We are back underway. Oh, and no touch of the gloves there from JMX. He comes straight out. But Mike
Oh,
is
he's not allowed
wrestling.
that. You're not allowed
Double
to
leg takedown.
wrestle.
Can we see some MMA today?
You'd like to see a little MMA. Come on, Mike. Get that head
Mike
guard
has got
right.
a cracking head of hair.
Yeah.
And that right hand is landing again and again and again. Oh, and he's a trip.
He was
That
tripped
was a
there.
trip.
That doesn't count.
Yeah, that was a slip.
Yeah.
It's a man's game.
Referee just giving some words of encouragement there to Mike.
We've got them in the corner.
Don't worry
Mike,
about it, he said.
Mike needs to. I think Mike
Whoa.
needs to just go for that right hand. Pushing is not really how you win a boxing fight. He's struggling, bless him. He's holding on.
Mike's trying to grab, of course, for JMX here. Feels
Mike needs to start punching high, punching hard.
JMX.
Mike needs to start throwing, and he throws.
Ooh.
Right hand by Mike, but he's caught again. He needs to return. And that was a hell of a shot by JMX.
Mike
And
goes
he's knocked down. And Mike looks tired.
furious.
But he gets back up. He's back on his feet.
Credit to him.
I think the physical advantages are just too much
Yeah.
in this fight.
Referee Gareth Morris counting into his face. Mike's got to get his hands back
Are we
up.
gonna
We're
are we gonna have
watching-
a fight called?
Nervously from the side.
Mike is nodding. He's saying I'm good to go. And he fights on.
Wants to continue.
Credit to Mike, but now JMX smells blood, and it's quite an easy fight for
Big
him now by
fists
the looks
getting
of it.
thrown. Keep your hands up, Mike. That's all we want to see. Don't let
Mike
him bully
isn't
you out
throwing
there in the
anymore.
ring. Mike
Throw-
now fighting back. Of course, JMX has got the height advantage as well. Not only the reach, but the height
He's got
as
everything.
well.
Everything's in his favour.
Hits in the
Weight,
abdomen.
height, reach, everything. Mike is not throwing. Mike just needs to start throwing punches.
End of round two. Mike's trainers need to get in there quick, and they need to have some pretty stern words with him, words of encouragement, which are going to help him get through round three. Just make this respectable. Do you think that's possible?
So I've just heard his trainer say to Mike, fight him. Fight him.
That's a good point.
I don't care what you need to do. Fight him. Punch him.
Look at them. They're cooling them down as fast as they can in that corner. We're seeing JMX, who's looking very confident, very calm, very cool,
That
very
trainer
collected.
is literally just shouting, fight him. Fight him. Fight him. I think it's good advice though, because you can see in the first 20 seconds, when you bring the storm to JMX, he backs off. He didn't really know what to do with that.
No, it's true.
But the thing was, once the cardio took its toll a little bit, JMX being a gym lad, didn't really have an answer for it, did Mike?
10 seconds.
I'm a
corners.
little worried for Mike Fox in this final round, I've got to say. Because
I just
JMX
hope it's not a bad one.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Mike's brave to get into this ring with JMX. JMX is a huge
Seconds
guy.
out.
You're talking a
Final
20-pound
round.
difference again.
Referee just stopping it just for a second.
JMX is desperate to get out of here. He smells blood. He sees weakness. He's ready to pounce.
Looking into his eye there, Mike Fox a little worried. I think his trainer was also a little
I think
worried
if we
as
ask him
well.
these questions, we probably should call it a day.
Let's just take a second to be respectful towards the fighters as well here. Obviously, if you get hit massively in the eye, for the first time, you're probably going to be attacked by someone like JMX.
They're not pros. They're just regular guys who make YouTube videos for a living. You know what I mean? They're not designed for this sort of thing.
You've got to protect these
I think we're going to wave this off.
Yeah, we probably are. Yeah. Looks as
No.
Oh, wait.
No,
Wow.
we are underway.
Incredible. JMX goes in for the kill again.
The lad's got hot.
Yeah. Wow.
And he's going for it now.
They've locked up.
And we're going to see a break. Ref breaks.
Mike needs to protect himself.
And Mike with a jab.
Slapping the canvas.
Good
Mike Fox's
right
corner.
hand by JMX.
Oh, JMX is just landing. Not hard punches though, he's just hitting the body.
We've got a break by the ref.
Referee's going to
Oh,
keep
that was a
it.
good body shot by JMX. Back of the head. And he's bullying him. And Mike is in the corner. It's time to wave this off. Rightly so.
That one's done. Credit to JMX
And
there.
JMX's corner celebrate as if this was an equal fight.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, JMX. You just won what was a massively weighted fight. But credit to Mike Fox, who stepped into the ring, was more than brave enough to go up against him. I've got a lot of respect for both fighters out there. In the ring, of course. Out the ring, it's very different. Fair. Mike, well done.
Well done to both lads. They got on the ring. They gave it their all.
We're slightly lost for words there because we both know what a big night this was
for Mike.
And
I think we're about to see it could still be a big night. Yeah. Bear with me.
Bear with us. Can I come for this, Jordy? Jordy, can I come for this interview? Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you'll agree, a big round of applause here for both boxers. We're just awaiting to get them into the middle here so that I can make the formal announcement.
Both fighters called into the centre of the ring now.
Well, I'm sure you'll agree, both boxers came in there to give it their all. They
Real
did give it
respect for Mike.
100%.
Great night for
There is
him.
a winner.
Real
I'm
respect.
now about to give you that formal decision. After 1 minute 14 seconds of the third round, Mike Fox from Luton in no fit state to continue. So your winner by way of TKO and boxing out of our red corner from Winslow. Give it up for JMX.
Credit to
And
JMX,
that
but
is what
the
we
real
like
credit
to see at
goes
the end of a
to Mike
contest. That
Fox.
these two guys embracing, they come into the ring absolutely trying to
Incredible.
smash one another to pieces, and now they're in here embracing. That's what the sport of boxing is all about.
Mike Fox steps
it's
out.
about bringing people together, dealing with a conflict, dispute, and then when these guys walk out the ring, hopefully they walk out friends. Ladies and gents, what a fantastic contest. Give it up. Yeah, it's just been pointed out to me that the actual medals are to scale. One's large, one's small. I don't know if we can get that on the screen.
Great sense of humour there from Mike
Guys, we're
Fox
going to ask you
pointing
to
that out.
make your way outside now for an interview with Geordie. Please make your way outside. Big round of applause for both boxers.
Geordie's going to
Coming
take you
up,
through
ladies and
JMX's
gents,
interview
don't
first,
you
and then he'll take you
dare
through
go
Mike
away.
Fox's
We
interview
have
as
our
well.
main event coming up very soon.
Just moments away. KSI versus Joe Weller. It's about to get serious on YouTube.
We've got JMX coming over here after winning this fight. All right, mate. Congratulations. You won the fight. Your mates, how did it feel punching?
I don't know. I don't think I enjoyed it, to be honest. I want to first off say massive respect to Mike for even taking the fight and going through with it. I know even though he didn't win today, he's proved massive amounts of us to himself, like everyone going through this whole process has.
Is there anyone you want to thank who's helped you across this process?
Yes. I want to thank East London Boxing Academy. Big up, Elba. Absolute legends. Best boxing club. there is. I want to thank Richard, my BT. I want to thank Torben. So many people. My mum, my dad, telling me. My mum didn't even watch this because she was scared I was going to get beat up. Yeah. But yeah. So thank you to everyone.
We've got Mike here. Mike, is there someone that you want to thank tonight?
Honestly, I know everyone came here thinking that I was a better boxer than I am. I've been doing this shit 6 weeks. Joel's got 20 kg on me. He's a lot higher. He's got better reach. Not making excuses here. To be fair, about boxing today. It's a bit of a time that first round that I thought I could do it, but yeah, I'd just like to thank fucking Vidal, where's he at? Dida, my PT, and my beautiful girlfriend.
Can we get your girlfriend over here?
Bro, I'm knackered, you know. Wait, where's my man?
Lawrence has got something for you.
Jesus Christ. Oh. Oh, bro, I'm gonna get emotional, you know. Jesus. I never thought I'd cry on camera, man. Fuck. Get in the ring. Wait. I love you. Fucking hell, man. And wait, I don't think I can say this with a serious face, but wait. Will you marry me?
Yes! Yes! Oh my...
Touching moment there for Mike Fox, who proposes to his girlfriend.
I think we can all say a big well done to Mike Fox.
Thank you, man.
It fits, it fits, it fits.
Sweet moment between the two of them. Very, very special moment there for Mike Fox. I've got Mike's trophy over here, so if anyone wants it, that's going. I think he's got everything that he
I've
wants.
just ruined my best man chances. I've just ruined my best man chances, I think.
Probably some of the sweetest moments that we've seen on YouTube recently. Not very dark things going on. Nice to see some happy people. Mike being congratulated by everyone around him there. Geordie steps back down. It's just facilitating dreams like that you do on a daily basis, Brian.
This is what I do, Lawrence. This is just, to a lot of people, this will be a big deal. To me, it's a Saturday.
Yeah.
All right?
And the funny thing is, all those words just fade into each other. All the days fade into each other because all your days are just as good. KSI versus Joe Weller is just moments away on YouTube. Hope you guys are enjoying the live stream so far. Incredible stuff. Genuinely, that was a very touching moment for the entire arena there, wasn't it, Brian?
We knew it was coming.
We knew it was coming, yeah.
He told us earlier on.
Well, I've been carrying the ring for about an hour and a half now.
I absolutely love the reaction of the arena there. I've never been a part of anything like that
It's
before.
fair to say that the medical team may now need to pay attention to both those guys.
I really feel like in my career, like I've had some weird moments, and that was just one of those moments that's like emotional. I was quite emotional there, genuinely.
I was saying there's very few sort of light moments on YouTube. A lot of them are quite dark, banterous. That was just a very sweet moment with a guy sort of stepping up and proposing to.
That's kind of why we were.
Wow.
We were hoping Mike wouldn't lose because I was like, I just felt so attached to the lad after what he said. He was like, I love my girlfriend. I'm going to propose.
Yeah, he gave us a very sort of sweet chat
No,
beforehand.
he was really like, he said, look, if I lose the fight regardless, at least then I'm going home with the trophy, the best trophy a man can have.
You just see me beaten down to an absolute pulp by a bigger man. Will you marry
If she
me?
says yes to you and you look like that,
Yeah.
she's a keeper.
She
I
deserves
swear
you
to God.
at your best if she takes you at your worst. Very sweet moments. Everyone now ringside just piling in to congratulate the happy couple and, of course, congratulate the victorious JMX. Although a lot more people crowding around Mike and congratulating him.
What a reaction by the crowd, though.
Yeah.
What a reaction.
And a lot of young teenage girls in the arena thinking, I wish my boyfriend would do that.
I wish my boyfriend had 1.2 million subscribers or whatever. Oh, there's Joe, just relaxing.
Now, these sort of images before the fight, we saw these before McGregor-Mayweather as well, didn't we? Two fighters looking incredibly relaxed. Is this good before a fight? Do you want to look that relaxed? Joe just going through his mind at the moment. thinking, getting it in the right place?
I think, in my personal experience in fighting, you want to be as calm as possible, as cold as possible. The less emotion, the better, because you're thinking critically, logically. You're not going to make the mistakes of an emotional man. You see people getting out of, there's JJ there.
JJ receiving a lot of
I
boos
like those
in
shorts,
the arena.
I like those shorts. You see people making irrational decisions when they're emotional. That's not what you want to do. And we're now seeing we've got a Joe Weller crowd.
Which way
officially.
did this arena sway? It went the Weller way.
Barely. I think about 60-40. I think it's going to be very even. Can Big TG get another drink, please?
Live photos, live pictures that we're seeing from backstage. The trainer who brought out both Mike Fox and, of course, one of the other fighters tonight. Incredible stuff. Joe Weller, I think he can hear those cheers. Joe Weller's a massive wrestling fan. Now, as a wrestling fan,
we've got a heavyweight boxer right now.
Wow.
Yeah. Can we have a few words from you, mate? What do you think of the YouTube scene trying boxing out?
It's great. Listen, they sold this out in less than a day. Most promoters are not selling this out. This is great. This is great. Everybody right now wants to be a boxer. You know, the last time this happened is when Rocky came out. I'm talking about in the 90s and the 80s. And this time now, everybody wants to be a boxer. Even YouTubers want to be a boxer. So this is amazing. I'm excited about this fight right now.
Thanks for giving us a few words, mate. Cheers.
Wow, what a night. All the big boxing faces are here. All the big YouTube faces are here.
Derek Chisora, man. I mean, we've got so many celebs in attendance here.
I don't think we'd see someone from boxing of sort of that caliber. Do you know what I mean?
I think he might be presenting the belt to
right,
the winner.
I understand. Okay, and that leads me on perfectly to the fact that there is a belt ringside right now. They're going to be...
It's beautiful.
It's a YouTube belt.
I got a photograph with it earlier because I was like, before this gets handed out, I think it looks better on me than it does on anyone else.
To be fair, it probably did, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
We've seen highlights of the rest of the night going down so far.
What's going on? The crowd are going mental right now.
I think the pictures of Joe Weller and KSI have been piped up around the stadium.
One thing that's going to happen, which is a personal thrill for me today, one of my videos is going to be played tonight before the main event. Now, you see a lot of zeros next to your video, and you sort of imagine people watching your videos, but you never get to see people watch your video. Tonight, I'm going to see 8,000 people live watch my video.
Yeah.
And I must admit, that's quite a proud moment for me.
It's also fair to say that it was cut by a guy who's worked incredibly hard on the video with you. You were the director of this video. He was the editor of it. A lot of work's gone into this.
Shout out to my mate. He was 15 years old.
Wow.
Who edited this video. They're not going to be able to show it on the stream, unfortunately, but I'm sure most people have probably seen the highlight I made the preview.
The thing is, if you haven't, then you can head over to True Geordie's channel, hit subscribe, and of course, catch the video.
I hit 700,000K today, so shout out to every one of those who are watching the stream right now. But yeah, it's going to be nice for me because I just want to see people's faces when they watch my video. It's quite an emotional thing, you know what I mean?
You're now seeing pictures of the arena live. What looks like
Toby Chisel's looking sharp tonight, by the way.
He certainly is. He's
Dicky bow tie, and literally, he is James Bond right now.
He could be the next James Bond.
He should be. Could and should.
Yeah.
He's my choice.
If James Bond was a borrower, that's who it would be.
No, he isn't the tallest guy, but I think he's an all-out action star.
Pretty built, good guy. You can see the arena live. There are camera phones being held up absolutely everywhere. Toby comes through. Wow.
So, your mate JJ is about to fight Joe Weller. Tell me how you feel.
I'm so nervous. I am. Can I swear? I can't swear.
Yeah, no.
I'm extremely nervous for both of them. They both worked really hard, and this is it. This is it, really. I'm excited. I'm nervous. So many emotions. I hope there's no serious injuries, but I'd like to see a knockout for real. Obviously, I'm rooting for JJ, but I got nothing against Joe, nothing but love for the guy. So best of luck to both of them.
Nothing but love for him. Wants to see him get knocked out.
Wow.
I'm joking. I know what you mean. You want to see a good fight, though, yeah? All right, I'll let you get back to your seat, but thanks very much for having a chat with her. Cheers, you too,
Beautifully
mate.
suited
You
up,
look
man.
like the new James Bond, man. You're killing it. Legend.
Wow. Well, very sharp-looking set of YouTubers in the
And
house.
he's right, I do look bloody good.
Yeah,
in this.
that's right. Yeah,
Thanks very much. Shout out to the cameraman. Yeah, I see. I see.
Working harder than, well, working almost as hard as I can work down here. This guy is actually working quite hard.
But yeah, I am loving the fact that there are so many friends. This is the difference between a heavyweight boxing match or a, like any other boxing match and a YouTube boxing match. You know the relationships involved. These guys have gone on holiday together. We've got ringside all of their closest friends and family, and we know them because of these YouTube videos.
Nice.
In other fights,
Good.
they're just faces. Oh yeah,
Bye.
there's his wife, there's his girlfriend,
Right,
whatever.
shut up.
We don't know them. We know everything about these guys. We know if one of those hits the deck, we know exactly how these people are going to feel.
It's true, because, I mean, obviously we saw
Still
the
no
pictures.
drink. Still no drink.
Sorry, we're going to need some more alcohol for the truth.
To the can we get? Thanks, Tom.
Thanks.
Shout out.
You see, wow, people
There's
dabbing.
Lawrence, who is very close friends
Is
with
that
Joe Weller.
Lawrence?
That is Lawrence, yeah.
Wow. It just let people know.
There's Joe Weller's sister, by the way.
Oh, right, is that Joe Weller's sister?
Yeah,
So Lawrence and Joe Weller's
she
sister.
looks so much like him, by
You
the
see
way.
there the happy new fiance of Mike Fox there? Sadly, I don't know.
Delighted.
I can't
Keemstar
check
in
it, but-
attendance.
Keemstar, go for it. Keemstar looks like a rock star. Tom Hill there stepping through. Wow. Big name.
I'm also saying,
I'm seeing someone who's dressed in reflective sunglasses.
I love sunglasses, by the way. If
Do you
I
like your
was
sunglasses?
rich enough, I would wear sunglasses all the time.
I think you are getting close.
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
I'm getting there. Don't tell the taxman.
Thank you, taxmen. A lot of very well-dressed people in the arena tonight. Even the kids are well-dressed here this evening. That camera's actually incredibly close to us. You see the referee there, Mr. Morris, as I'm going to call him this evening, taking a sip of water before he steps
Good
back
to
into the ring.
see Josh there, fit and healthy. I called him Jake earlier. I'm sorry about that.
He looks good, though.
Yeah, I'm a horrible person. I'm a terrible guy.
No.
He's promoting himself, so he should.
Yeah. Beautiful symbols on the arm as well. That would make a great logo.
Dude, can I just say,
Yeah.
I know we're on the live stream right now and everyone's watching us and
It's
all
all
that
right.
rubbish,
No, hardly anyone.
but you know we don't really care about that. We're doing pretty good in life.
Not bad.
We've got a good seat tonight, haven't we?
We've got the best seats in the house,
No,
and
we
we're
have
hoping that we can bring
literally-
that to life for everyone at home.
We just made a podcast one day and I was like, think this will go well, don't worry about that. People are like, this will never take off. 2 hours watching you will never work. Guess what? We were right. Just saying. Suck it. Anyway, sorry. Moving on with the professional broadcast.
Just two little brave men.
People are screaming, Weller, Weller, Weller.
That's, you can hear that around the.
Yeah,
I'm
we can
pretty
hear
sure
that.
You can hear that in the
A
background.
lot of girls, especially, they love big JW.
Yeah. Joe Weller, of course, has built a massive fan base of young women who look up to a guy who is respectful towards girls, who's always been sort of a ladies' man out in public.
I guess he's very likable. He has this sort of, you look at him as a best friend, a brother, a boyfriend, whatever,
Babyface
if you're a girl, you know. But I have to say, what I like about Joe, what I connect with, why people might say, why do you have a good relationship with Joe? Why are you friends with Joe?
Giroud there.
He, like myself, child of a single mother, loves his mum, treats his mum with respect.
Yeah.
I think that's the core of Joe Weller. A lad with good values. A lad, and has he made mistakes? Yes, we all have. But at the core of him is a good human being. And on JJ, I just want to tell some stories because I know these guys, you know. I know lads who've come up to me and have said, JJ, I was once sitting talking to him and I was getting an autograph from him. I was at an event. He said, are you going to be here tomorrow? The kid said to JJ, no, I can't afford to stay till tomorrow. JJ pulls out his wallet. He goes, well, how much do you need to stay an extra day? Gives him the cash right out of his own wallet. That is the generosity that this lad has shown. We've all seen the ups and downs of these two. Sometimes it's hard being a fan of YouTubers. We make mistakes. But what I'm trying to say is, despite what JJ puts across and this persona that he has, he's not a bad person.
Yeah.
And it's easy don't want to paint him as that, but he
Despite
isn't.
the character that he cultivates on his channel.
JJ didn't owe me nothing when I met him. I was just a guy messaging him on Twitter saying, give us a podcast appearance, mate. He didn't know me. He got a cab all the way in the middle of nowhere to come and do a podcast for me. Didn't owe me nothing. He is a nice guy. You know, he just understands his role in the media, and he's smart enough to make that work for him.
And I think sometimes people really buy into that. And that is quite important for this fight tonight, is that everyone's buying into these two fighters. They're two, no matter how you see them on either side, whether you're on Joe's side, whether you're on JJ's side, a lot of people buy into them. A lot of people love these guys.
This isn't a good guy versus bad guy, as people are making out. It's two complex individuals who are different people in different situations. If you catch these kids in a nightclub, they're not the same person they are having Sunday dinner. And occasionally, the nightclub version of these lads comes out on camera, and mainstream freak out because it's like, oh my God, I can't believe they say this shit, because they've got their own channel to say whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
But having known them and having chilled with them, they're both decent human beings. They're both full of respect. JJ told us stories. JJ told us stories on our first podcast about how.
Do you want to word from Will? Stay there, Will.
About how, you know, he'd let his mother down and she paid tuition for him to go to school. I just want to get a few words here from Will and E.
Hello, I've just seen a man hashtagging in the crowd and I'm struggling to
don't
keep
forget
that to myself.
Don't
But
forget.
it's cool. What are we saying?
Hashtag sub to Will and E.
That's the one. That's the one.
My boy. But, so,
Yeah.
before the fight,
Yeah.
you're sort of better friends with JJ, I would say.
Yeah, closer. Yeah, I
Kind
spent
of
all the time with
edging,
JJ, yeah.
How are you feeling? The two lads are going to come out and swing.
So I was, as this night's gone on, I was very excited, and then seeing Max get dropped, it makes it real. It's in, like, I saw that and I was like, okay, this is a close friend. So I was very excited to see it. So
So you're
nervous
close
and
friends
I'm
with
nowhere
Max?
near this fight. Yeah.
What was it like for you watching Mike Fox propose? Did you see that?
I missed that. I went and got a pint. I came back and he's
Fair
like, I
play.
proposed, and I was like, hang on, no, this is some
Can I
sort of
just
prank,
say,
isn't it?
that's the best excuse for missing that moment. But, however,
I was like, oh, so I'm on some sort of video now, aren't I? Still.
so what are you thinking? Have you got a prediction before this fight? I know it's difficult because we haven't seen it.
I honestly, JJ's confidence rubbed off on me.
Yeah.
I feel like I fully bought into it. I don't know if he sold me a dream or not, but I fully bought into the way.
I must admit, his confidence is
It's
unbelievable.
it rubs off on you. It's like so.
Mate, if he told me he was going to beat Muhammad Ali, I'd probably believe at this point. Like, literally.
Jeez,
He is so confident.
Very
But
excited.
But then, I must admit, I've got to confess.
Yeah.
When I was at the press conference, I looked across, and he was dissing Joe. And Joe was staying silent.
Joe, that was what I was impressed with Joe with yesterday, because if you look at October, November, whenever upload was, he had Joe. Well, they were. If you watch it back, they were so engaged with each other. Whereas Joe wasn't giving him the time of day yesterday. Which, if you were to say Joe's big weakness, maybe you would have said
The
mental
mental
6
kid.
months. Yeah,
All
and
right.
he had it covered yesterday. He absolutely had it
I
covered.
agree with
yesterday.
you, and what I will say is, after looking across at JJ, this is my video. Dude.
This is True Geordie's video played in the arena. We're just going to give it a second.
I have felt the lowest I've ever felt in my life during this experience. And overcoming that is where I'm getting my confidence. That is where I prove to myself on a daily basis what I'm about. And I'm not trying to shit. Because I'm proving.
If one of these lads gets knocked out in front of the entire fucking world, and they could have, they'll never live it down. Every time you tweet out, every video, every social media post you ever put out, the full stop on the end of your last sentence is going to be a gift of you lying there asleep on the fucking floor. And I don't want that for my fault.
Usually, YouTubers make videos bitching about each other. So don't get in the ring and settle it like men. Until now.
Imagine 8,000 people seeing your hair
already planned the speech and everything, really. Yeah. How did he know I'm hungry? I'm not going to take confidence from his weaknesses. I'm going to take confidence from my strengths.
Joe Weller versus KSI is just seconds away. KSI versus Joe Weller is just seconds away. Welcome to YouTube Boxing. You can hear the crowd now. Now the stadium is pumped. Now people are here to see boxing. The front row stand up all the way to the back. Now there's a serious tone. Now there's a hushed silence around the arena as everyone gets ready to see two guys go 6 rounds, 3 minutes each. Is there a TKO in this one? Is there a KO in this one? Or does it go to a decision? It's unusual at this point because there are so many big YouTube faces in there as well. I'm looking at Calfreezy. He's making death faces at me. That's what's worrying about this, right? Oh, Mini-Winter as well. There you see Roadshaw. You see Zerka as well. You see they're all surrounding the ring. JJ's friends are in the house. Joe's friends are in the house. True Geordie is alongside me, and it is just seconds away from the biggest YouTube event of the year. Nothing will top this in 2018, and you'll struggle to top it in the years afterwards. These two guys have got serious beef. The True Geordie sits down alongside me to take it all in.
Just to let you know, we are 10 minutes away from...
Oh, everyone is not happy.
10 minutes. Wow.
They wanted it now.
They
Look,
did.
dude, I've got to say it.
Yeah, that was an emotional moment for you.
It was, mate, because I love
tears in your
YouTube. I
eyes?
put everything I got into my videos.
Glassy-eyed.
And to have so many people watch one, you know, you're a filmmaker.
I'm a filmmaker.
You're a documentary maker.
I would be so happy if I saw my video sitting up there, basically making everyone excited for this fight. Big moments.
That was a proud moment for me. That was a real proud moment, and
the arena feels ready now. The arena feels ready.
Emotional because, you know, when I started YouTube, being totally honest with everyone right now, I really admired the work of JJ and Joe, and I thought they were the best in the game.
Don't know who that is.
And I admire the game, and I admire what they've done in the YouTube game. But to now be making a video about them and have so many people appreciate that work means a lot. I'm not saying it was the best video ever before anyone. No, he thinks he's this and the other.
He's resting on his laurels.
But at the same time, making people happy is what you want your videos to do.
Absolutely, and that did make a lot of people excited, happy, nervous, excited.
I like making people excited.
Said excited twice, so I mean, double excited. Seriously, there have been some big punches thrown tonight, but you ain't seen nothing yet. If you think that's boxing on YouTube, we're about to redesign everything that you thought you'd seen before. Joe Weller and KSI step into the ring. Just minutes away from me.
Coming into this, I just want everyone to feel satisfied. And I know mainstream media will be a bit pissed off right now because basically there's another boxing match going on tonight, promoted by Eddie Hearn. That is a serious boxing match.
Eddie Hearn's a good guy. And nothing against Eddie.
But this is going to do bigger numbers than that, and a lot of people are being annoyed by that. But I think this is a disgrace to boxing. Boxing will be made more popular by this event. You will get some young lads tomorrow waking up going, I want to try that. And that young lad might go off and discover Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, and the greats of boxing. And discover Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, and the greats of boxing. And develop into a great fighter because of this event. is you know, it's not professional as this may seem. People need to just treat it for.
I think it's definitely going to raise the popularity of the sport, mainly because there's so many big faces in the house tonight. There's so many people who are taking even a passing interest in this, which could flower into an Olympic gold.
This could happen.
Representing
I'm not
a
even
nation
joking.
somewhere.
We could have a kid here in the audience tonight or watching at home who looks at this, the brain is sparked, and they think, I want to try that. I had to get up every single day. And these two workers, but equally, YouTube is a luxury job. We don't have to get up every morning if you don't want to necessarily. But when someone's going to kick your ass in 6 months, then we have to get up every morning. Every single day. And these two lads are hard workers, but equally, YouTube is a luxury job. We don't have to get up every morning if you don't want to necessarily. But when someone's going to kick your ass in 6 months, then we have to get up every morning. And they have been taught struggle. And these two lads haven't known real struggle until this point. But I think it's done them the world of good. As someone who maybe did know a little bit more about struggle than these two, I think that this is a testament to what some people avoid hard times. They want the comfort. They want the comfort zone of life where everything's easy and everything's comfortable. We all want that. But actually, what I think that this proves from the state of these two lads and how much they've developed as humans is actually getting out your comfort zone is far more rewarding than sitting there on the couch and relaxing.
The big fight is just minutes away. If you've just joined us, then welcome to KSI versus Joe Weller, coming to you live from the Copper Box Arena in East London. It's a packed house tonight. There is not one seat which will not be filled in this building. And as we build up to the main event, which is two young guys who've trained for months and months now for this huge fight, the tension's building.
Before we get the big fight underway, I know this is selfish, but I've got a mic. Don't want to take it off us. I just want to say a big thank you. 700,000 subscribers today. Every one of you lot who subscribed to me, thanks very much. Yeah. I know there's a lot of YouTubers in attendance. We're all grateful for our subscribers. We're seeing shots now of JJ looking very composed.
Those very same shots are on the Jumbotron in the arena. Everyone's looking at those. There, you hear the reaction to Joe Weller. This, my friends, is an arena full of Joe Weller fans. There's something good about that.
I must admit, right, no bullshit, I love Joe Weller. I think he's a great lad. I think he's, I'm not saying for 1 second that this is a good guy, bad guy thing. I know they're playing their roles. But Joe got on really well with him. And I've got to be honest, and people will probably be able to tell during the fight, if he gets hurt, I'll be really... I'll not be liking it. You know what I mean? I'm going to struggle with that. And I'm not even going to bullshit people into thinking any different.
It's also probably a good
Don't
thing
get me
to know
wrong. That doesn't mean I'm hoping JJ gets hurt for a second. I just want everyone to come out of this feeling... I'm hoping for a decision, mate. I've got to be honest. I want a decision.
But it's fair to say that neither of those boxers have promised that to their opponents.
6 3-minute rounds, non-professional athletes. The chances of this going to a decision is very unlikely. This is not going to a decision. I'll be shocked if they are fit enough to go to a decision.
You and I have spent weeks talking about tactics, talking about how Joe could go at KSI, try and take him out early on, how KSI might play that to his advantage, how Joe could try and go for 6 rounds, get to that decision, how KSI could attack Joe and Joe can then counter-punch on that. There are so many different orientations this fight can go under.
This is an interesting thing to think about at this point. And I'm enjoying a good drink right now.
I can understand that, on an empty stomach.
It was Joe who asked for 6-3s, not JJ. JJ wanted shorter rounds, but JJ said in our podcast he made a mistake. He messed up Oh, what a legend. Cheers. Someone just brought us a drink.
Someone's just
Cheers,
brought a drink
bro.
to the
Thanks,
true
man.
Geordie. Wow.
I mean, people really know how to look after this guy.
Yeah, finally.
So, I mean...
It just took 700,000 subscribers.
So, looking at it, JJ said, I've been running, and I've been running, and I've been running. My cardio is going to be better than Joe's. That shocked me, because Joe, as JJ said in the press conference, was born in a gym. But the one thing I never got to say before Will and E was interviewed, when I looked across, JJ was reading... we're getting an interview here.
Sorry,
oh, Zerka.
come on,
we got Zerka.
Couple of words.
We've got Zerka.
Okay, Brian's going to ask you a couple of questions. Zerka
Josh,
on the mic here for you guys
Josh,
at home.
You are one of the best friends JJ has. I can see you're shaking.
I am unbelievably...
Hold it to your nose.
Sorry.
Hold it to your nose. There you go.
I am unbelievably nervous.
Yeah?
Unbelievably. Like, I went to the toilet, I feel sick.
Really?
But it's just because, like, it's a different situation. I've not seen one of my best friends has a chance of being knocked out in front of X amount of people online, thousands, hundreds of thousands of people online.
I seen your video the other day, and I could tell that it was emotional for you.
Yeah, like, I'm genuine, like, obviously, like, we're very close friends. I know, like, I've known him for a very long time. I've seen him go from a boy to a man the whole time, and, like, and reach the fame and everything like that. So to see this happen, but ultimately, whatever happens, happens. I just hope that both, or everyone out there, just respects JJ and Joe for doing this, because I couldn't do this.
So I've been saying this, like, these lads have got a lot more to lose than they have to gain. Do you feel that way a little bit? Because they were superstars before this. And
Yeah, for sure.
But now, if anything bad happens here, their stock could drop potentially.
As you said in your video, no matter what happens, at the end of this, that full stop at the end of your tweet could be you on the floor for the next year or more.
Yeah.
And it's about how you recover from that. And I feel very confident in JJ's ability to recover from that. I'm kind of more worried about Joe in that sense.
Yeah.
Like, I have nothing against Joe. Me and Joe are fine. Yeah, like, we're amicable. There's nothing wrong there. So that situation there as a whole.
This is about to be mad.
Oh, we've got Cal Freezy.
I'm going to peace out, but I'll let these talk.
We've got Cal Freezy now. We're just going to ask JJ and Joe, good friends of both. How are you feeling?
I'm buzzing. Yeah. Up to the nose. Don't worry, I got this. What you saying? I reckon
how are you feeling?
It's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is the most 50-50 fight I've ever seen. I don't know. I'm friends with both. Mad. What are you saying? What are you saying, Simon?
Mini Minter.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel sick.
Yeah.
I
You
feel
are so close to JJ.
I feel so sick.
He could get hurt in this fight. How are you feeling about that?
Wow, you're making it worse. No,
I've
that's
got
what
you.
you're doing.
That's my job.
Thank you for that. No, I'm friends with Joe as well.
I know.
No, I can't do this.
Really?
I can't watch it.
Oh, really?
I'm tempted to go out there.
Oh my God, poor.
He's literally, he's holding on to my arm. He's like, Cal, you're going to be here for me. I'm like, I'm here for you.
Wow.
What do you reckon? What do you reckon, Jordan? What's your prediction?
So I just think that there isn't going to be an easy fight for either lad.
No, absolutely not.
When JJ says it's going to be easy, I disagree. I'm not saying he won't win, but Joe Weller is not someone who's going to go down without an absolute beating. He's going to take a truck to get him out of here. So don't get us wrong, JJ has a right hand that is a truck.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to be easy by any means.
So you didn't answer my question.
I'm not
Who's going to win this Who's going to win this fight?
I've seen about 1 minute of training footage. I'm going to clue it. Can we get Theo Baker? Theo Baker move here, Theo. Come closer. Come closer.
Hello.
Theo Baker, a long-time friend of Joe Weller. Are you nervous for Joe?
I've never been more nervous in my entire life.
Wow.
No matter any YouTube event, this is the most nerve-wracking thing.
Lose yourself.
It's so much different when you're not taking part. Here's one of, like, you know, your childhood friends. He's going into a ring against one of the toughest opponents he's ever going to face in his life. Like, Joe, in my opinion...
You boxed Joe. What did it feel like to get punched by Joe?
It was amazing. No, it was actually fine. He hadn't done any training. It's totally different. This is a completely different event. Joe, in my opinion, is going to be the better fighter. He's going to be the better boxer.
You think he's technically good?
Technically better. JJ's going to be bigger. He's going to be more powerful. And we've seen in the pre-match fights, the taller guy wins. But I'm hoping Joe's technical ability is going to help him, and he's going to win this.
How fit is Joe? You've watched him train for years in the gym.
Mate, when he says 8 hours a day, he's telling the truth. There's no lie about that. He has dedicated himself entirely to this event. When he gets involved in something, he puts 200% into it.
So he is obsessed.
He's obsessed with it.
He is not joking when he says
There's nothing he does. He hasn't, like, honestly, being genuine, he hasn't talked to any of us in months.
Really?
Except occasionally in the group chat and the
No,
Snapchat.
no, but he has cocooned
boxing.
himself. He hasn't talked to you guys. He has been training.
Exactly that.
Thank you very much. Theo Baker, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks very much, Theo. Appreciate that.
Theo Baker there. Good to see those guys ringside. Those
you know
massive
what the
YouTube
thing
names.
is? This YouTube thing, we're all like brothers. Do you know what I mean? We're all mates. We look after each other. We're helping each other's careers.
Yeah.
Like, without each other, we don't grow. I mean, there are some exceptions to the rule, JJ and Joe being two of them. But pretty much, we all need each other. So because of that, we all pay bills off of each other. We all. There's such a closeness between these lads. It's unbelievable.
There's a codependence in a way. There's an ecosystem which exists on YouTube. And it is also fair to say that part of these two guys are at the top of that ecosystem right now. And they've invited all these people on tonight. They've got their friends ringside. They've got a whole set of fans, 8,000 people here to see them.
I'm just thinking now, I just hope that when it's all said and done, whoever the winner is, the better man wins, obviously.
Now,
there's a handshake at the end of it and a hug. Let bygones be bygones. Sorry, we had a disagreement and let it go.
A sense of respect. Yeah, there's something quite important about it. Mike Fox comes by.
We have Mike Fox
newly
here.
Engaged Mike Fox.
The
Hi,
newly
Mike, how you
fiance.
doing?
Oh, I'm good. I feel fresh now. I got hit a few times at the end. Don't really remember proposing, but I know it happened, didn't it? But nah,
How do you feel? You're going to have a wife soon.
Bro, it's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's mad. I feel like a grown-up. I feel like a grown-up, bro. I feel like a grown-up. Like, it's weird. It's weird, isn't it? It's one of those things that, like,
you're a YouTube guy. How old are you?
I'm 20, bro.
Right, you're a 20-year-old YouTube lad.
Yeah.
You just proposed to your fiance in front of 8,000 people after getting the crap kicked out of you. You're Izzo. You had my respect. You showed a fuck ton of heart in there.
I appreciate
Excuse the French, but you showed heart in there.
Man.
I swear down.
Love, bro. Thank you.
You got my respect, bro.
Yeah.
And then when you proposed, that was for me.
Yeah.
To be a part of that moment.
Yeah.
That was mint, mate. Honestly.
Bro, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All the best to the Perriers.
Yeah, all the best, sequel.
We'll have a drink tonight, mate.
The newly engaged couple there, Mike Fox and his fiancée, go away. Right, it's almost time for fight night to commence.
Eminem, lose yourself.
Very
what better song?
Final event.
What better song for this?
To be fair, most people are probably RG'd up by this as a song. There's a lot of excited people.
They sort of pulled the trigger early with my video.
Yeah, a little, yeah.
Play it again.
Another 5 times.
Subscribe to True Joy.
Yeah. There's a lot going on in this arena right now. We see the graphics of KSI versus Joe Weller up on the Jumbotron.
I am currently sat looking directly at each and every one of the sidemen's faces. People like Calfrazi as well, Callux, all of these lads who have grown up with JJ, Joe. They look worried. I've got to be honest with you.
They genuinely do.
Yeah, they genuinely worry.
There is a sense of anxiety amongst the
Take
guys.
the popcorn.
You're breaking the popcorn out at this point. We are just minutes away from the biggest fight on YouTube of all time. There will be nothing that tops this in 2018. Seriously, though, there really will be nothing that tops
Legitimately, in the words of Joe Weller, this is the biggest YouTube event ever, in my opinion.
Yeah. Now things are getting serious. They're dropping some
The
serious
sirens ring out around the arena. People are on their feet waiting for the fighters.
A good choice of Gambino before we start.
The sweet popcorn is decent.
Can I try a little of that? I'm just going to try a little. Live review. What's the food and drink like in the arena? You're about to find out what the popcorn's like. That's all right. It's a little chewy.
Lawrence is really struggling to chew this popcorn.
It is dry. You can see there live on the pictures that everyone's now seated. Some people standing out there, ready for the
Long
fight.
story short, though, before we get started, we've been making a little bit of a documentary about this whole sport and YouTube and this leading up to this event and everything else that's gone into it. You know, we've all seen the Wembley Cups and the sidemen charity matches. It is amazing to me that people who are making videos on the internet, who have a community of people who love them, who turn up for every single video and like and subscribe and all of that, and support in a different way that television just don't have, because they're not real people.
We are not far away now from the tingles going down the spine, the hairs on your neck
Honestly, mate.
standing up.
Honestly, I'm going to be so up for this. One of my best mates used to box for Team JB, but on the run up before he got into that, when I used to go to his amateur fights, my heart would be in my mouth because when you love one of your mates and that, the last thing you want to say is them drop.
How important do you think the walk into the arena is? Like, is it important to enter in a confident way, the right music, the right
I have to
vibe?
say, in the previous fights, the walk-in has not been important, but nobody obviously cared anywhere near as much as they're going to for the main event. With this main event, with JJ being and Joe being such big stars,
showmen,
this is going to matter. They want to make a statement.
Joe always loved WWE growing up, WWF at the time, obviously. He knows how to work a crowd. JJ.
I've hooked him up with a music producer.
JJ.
Oh, we're getting ready now. We are really nearly ready.
Good luck, ref.
We are ready to go.
The referee steps into the ring, and our announcer, Mark Peters, will take
up,
it from here. Good luck, Mark. Good luck, Joe, and of course, JJ.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the main event?
Looks
That
like, by the way,
is smashed, by the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, live online around the world and live here at the Copper Box Arena at the Olympic Park. Let's make some London noise.
London noise is different to other noise, just so you know.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this
event sponsored by JD, brought to you by OP Talent and Upload Events. This, ladies and gents, is the biggest boxing for business, the biggest white-collar boxing event ever to be presented in the UK, and you are part of it here tonight. Let's welcome the boxers into the ring. Are you ready?
There is an electric atmosphere around this arena.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Eastbourne, please welcome Joe WELLER.
Boos, screams, cheers. Joe WELLER comes out to a remix of the XX Serious.
There he is. There's Joe.
This man has built.
I fucking love this kid. Sorry.
There's tingles going down my spine right now. This place is. Everyone has their eyes fixed on the corner with Joe.
Credit to everyone involved here for YouTube. This is Are you ready?
Joe knows how to work a crowd with music.
Are you ready?
This guy's done DJing. He's done his own tracks before. This is going to be a mega mix of Joe WELLER classics.
Joe looks very calm right now. Composed.
It's fair to say that some of these guys might be suffering from sleepless nights after this. Joe WELLER walks right by us. He looks in peak physical condition. Steps up to the ring, and Mark Peters parts the ropes for Joe WELLER to work the crowd. Pacing around, raising his right hand. His team looked prepared. His team looked as focused as he do. Look at Joe. Look at him. He's loving it. Red shorts, emblazoned with the JD. Snakeskin.
He sent me a picture of them last night.
They look beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the lights go down.
We now go to his opponent. Coming into the ring, the man with the plan, trying to catch Joe if he can. Please welcome from Watford, the Nightmare, KSI!
The Nightmare.
What's his music choice? The lights go up around him. Look at that face. He's drinking it in. JJ passes by the commentary table. His team part the ropes for him.
JJ mouthing every word to his son. Wow, that is the gown that you'd expect from him, though, isn't it?
No eye contact from Joe Weller.
Joe turns his back on JJ.
Both of them just owning the space.
I'll tell you what, right? Say what you want. Say they're not pros. Say they don't know how to box. Whatever you want. These two lads know how to put on a show.
Joe Weller looks focused. People have been trying to make eye contact with Joe for the past 5 minutes. I've seen them around the ring. No one's got to look in the eye from Joe.
The moment that many of you have been waiting for. This is the main event of tonight. This contest will take place over 6 3-minute rounds to determine the winner. Sponsored by JD and brought to you by OP Talent and Upload Events. As I say, guys, this is the biggest, unbelievably the biggest white collar boxing contest ever in UK history. Please welcome our two boxers into the ring one more time.
I can't believe this is happening.
The young man boxing out of our blue corner here tonight. He's up from Eastbourne. He means it. Let's hear it for Joe Weller.
Joe gets a massive cheer from this arena. There's a lot of people on his side in this room.
His opponent in total preparation for this evening's event and boxing out of our red tab here tonight. The man from Watford. You know him. The Nightmare. KSI.
Wow. JJ reveals the gunshot.
There is no fear from either fighter.
It's time for round one.
That's for sure.
This is serious. Do you want to take a seat for this?
Take my seat. Well, I'm getting major love from the crowd. JJ told me before the fight that this wouldn't bother him in the slightest, though. They're exchanging words, and Joe has just said something to JJ.
JJ replying, and Joe laughing it off.
Both laughing and smiling right now. But in seconds, they're going to try and take each other's head off.
On, and then we are good to go, ladies and gents.
What's going on in
for
Joe
the
Weller's
slight delay, but we are there. We are nearly ready.
KSI's.
Are you ready?
JJ said this was going to be easy. Let's see how easy this is. I'm interested because a lot of talk has gone into this.
There's a lot of nervous energy surrounding this ring, and you can't
JJ looks in fantastic physical condition. Joe,
ladies and gentlemen, this is boxing for business. I hope you're ready for it because the business is about to start right here.
I mean, that,
right
to be
now,
fair,
here at the
incredible
Copper Box
transfer.
Arena.
Although it's very similar for Joe because Joe is bulked up massively. They're in a very similar weight category right here.
Both boxers, please, to the
4
center of
kilograms
the ring.
the difference.
A final word from
10
your
pounds.
referee. Here we go.
Words
Listen
being
up.
exchanged between the two of them. Look at Weller's just nodding at KSI. KSI spits words back at him. The referee stopped
I
on the
think
words.
now that Joe can fight him, he doesn't seem as phased. He seemed a little bit more subdued yesterday. He seems quite happy to go into this now.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for these two boys.
This is it. Are you ready? We've got a fight.
Joe's side is gassed. KSI's side is gassed. The referee gets the thumbs up. It's seconds out on YouTube between KSI and Joe Weller.
JJ nods for the trainers, and Joe looks to come straight ahead.
Joe looks like a bull
and Joe
ready to go
is
in.
walking straight ahead.
Both these guys looking for big punches early on. KSI just
JJ landing the jab early. JJ landing the jab early. Right hook by JJ. Another jab by JJ. Joe not answering. Joe hasn't thrown a punch yet. Joe needs to start throwing. Joe needs to throw. Joe needs to throw a punch. And he does. And he does throw. And he lands.
This is Joe sitting back, waiting for
and
KSI
he does
to open
throw.
himself
And
up.
he lands again.
Keeps hitting his
and
face.
he's making a fight out
face.
of it. This is a fight.
JJ's on the back foot.
And he's put his tongue out. JJ, though, dictating. JJ's doing a good job in
dictating
being the
rhythm.
general of this ring right
Absolutely.
now. He is owning where the fight takes place at arm's length.
But it's only light punches right now. He's not landed anything
Good body
significant,
shot
but a
by
few body
JJ though,
shots.
and Joe looks for the big left hook.
JJ looks shaken by some of these shots, you know. Look how he's backing off now. Look at how aggressive he was before and how contrasted that is.
I think JJ's doing a good job though. Joe is struggling a little bit here.
The whole arena shouting Weller right now. Wow, Joe going in there aggressively. These guys are matched almost perfectly at this point. Look
I think that we need to see more of an offense from Joe. He's getting jabbed very badly here, and Joe's wobbly. Joe's wobbly. JJ is finding it quite easy so far. JJ is doing very well.
Joe's coming out
Big left
aggressively.
hand misses from Joe.
JJ avoided that.
And now Joe lands the left,
Against the ropes.
and he's roughing him up.
Right in
and
the
he's
face.
hitting him up. Oh my God! The smiles from both of the lads. Oh, and it's a big left from Joe.
Joe just laughing.
JJ trying. Oh, and it's a big uppercut from JJ. That was a massive uppercut, and that was a brilliant uppercut. JJ hurt him with that one. There is blood at the lip of Joe, and now JJ is making. Oh, JJ's really hurt Joe. He's struggling, Joe. He needs to answer with punches.
Just taking punches to the face. Joe going in
Joe
aggressively.
not doing the Mike Tyson game plan the way he said he was going to. He is struggling. JJ is marching forward, and JJ looked brilliant right now. I've got to give credit where it's due. JJ looks fantastic here. He is beating Joe at his own game.
Both of them landing significant punches in this first round.
It's hard to watch, I've got to be honest, as a Joe friend. And that is a hell of a right hook by JJ. Joe is struggling, he's bloodied.
He needs to get back to that corner.
There needs to be more punches thrown, Lawrence.
Yeah, there
There's
does.
not enough of an offense. Joe, when he did throw, was landing, but he's struggling.
Joe's not as aggressive. Oh, there he lands a punch on the side of JJ's face. Dodging well, though, Joe, as well. That mouth is bloodied. Joe needs some service.
I have to say,
in this corner.
I have to be honest, yeah. That was a fantastic first round for JJ. He did everything he said he was going to do. He kept the distance, he landed the jab, he was landing at will at times. Joe, when he did throw, landed, however, could have done a lot more offensively.
How did that make you feel?
Gotta be honest, mate. It was hard. I love Joe, but you have to respect JJ. Everything he said in that first round was kind of true.
Yes. We're looking at
Joe,
replays
there is
here.
no way, unless Joe really comes forward, and Joe looks real. I've got to be honest. Joe looks a bit rocked. He looks shaken. If Joe comes out and takes that kind of damage, this cannot last another round.
Look at Joe listening. He's listening intently, though, to his trainer. JJ looks focused. He looks quiet. He's already up on his feet.
JJ is already off his seat. JJ is ready to go. Joe not so quick off his seat.
Joe stands back in his corner. Will they touch gloves before they go into round two?
I think they just go
Seconds
straight
out.
in.
Round two. The referee's done a great job
Joe
so far. Just
marches
like-
forward. He knows the game plan. He needs to implement it better in this round if he has to have any success. The referee's stopping this for some reason.
What for?
There's
right,
a gum
there's
shield
a gum
out.
shield on the floor. Okay. Good eyes from the ref there.
Jab lands by JJ. Joe lands with the jab, and there's the tie up here broken by the referee.
It's very simple rules in boxing. Wow.
JJ
big
picking
hand
it
landed.
apart again. He needs to go for it, Joe. He needs to really make something count if he's to get the respect of JJ. And he's trying. JJ lands a hard right hand. And now JJ lands again. Joe is struggling, and that is a brilliant right hook by JJ. JJ moving very well. Hard to fight, hard to hit. Good right hand by Joe, though.
Big hit there from
Body
Joe.
shots by
Body
Joe.
shots, a
But
lot.
that's Joe rocked. Joe is rocked.
Counter with a big head punch from JJ, though.
Joe knows he's got to get inside, but in a way, that is his undoing here because he's coming straight forward. And JJ, oh, there's a good right hook by both fighters.
Big face punch. Joe puts his
God, this is emotional.
opponent away. Can he do something to get back
Big,
into this
deep
boxing
breaths,
match?
and they are ready to go again.
JJ just
Joe
feeling the
looking
distance.
for good body shot by JJ. JJ's varying his punches very well here.
They're right over us on this side of the
On
ring.
the ropes, yeah. Tying up.
Both men broad. Sweating.
And you can tell the pace they are setting is phenomenal for non-professionals. Joe is not saying die though. He's coming at JJ and he's fighting him on the rope.
Pushing him off there. JJ not saying a word.
Photographers are going mad here.
People asking the referees to step in between these.
This was the hell of a pace this set. JJ with the head movement. Joe catches him. JJ answers him.
JJ
good stiff
wildly.
left hand by Joe though.
Look at the two of these guys
Mate,
managing each other.
I have so much respect for them right now.
Yeah.
Like they are really putting on a decent show here.
You see the bruises in JJ's back from the
Fair
couple
play.
he's received recently there.
Jay Lance. That jab. Such a long reach. Joe bloodied. Coming forward still though.
That's all right.
Trying to turn this into a fight and not a boxing match. JJ said, I'm going to box him to death. And that is what he's trying to do.
That head guard looks awkward on KSI right now. He needs to get back to his corner to be able to readjust it. He's leaving himself
Oh, Joe's struggling. And that was a...
Wow. Taking serious headshots there.
That cannot be allowed to carry on.
The two of them taken down.
That was a little bit of wrestling.
The referee's assessing Joe now, but who took
I think
him
that
down
might be a
there?
point. We might have a point deduction.
Joe's team get into
This
the
is
ring.
the end of the round, and that wasn't a good way to end that round
No.
because we don't want to see that.
A sour note to finish on there. How did that one make you feel? A little different there for Joe. He
I think
fought back.
Joe's done incredibly well to hang in because JJ, I've got to give credit, is almost as good as he said he was.
Yeah.
He is looking fantastic.
Yeah, great. Look at Joe and the way that he's been rocked in that corner. He's breathing heavily. Whereas
Joe's lips
JJ,
Joe is what they call a bleeder. He bleeds quite easily, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's as damaged as what he looks. But he's took some big shots at the end.
and it's quite shocking to watch from the side as well. For a lot of people here who haven't seen boxing before, they'll be very worried. Seeing that replay there, it looked like it was 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. One man throwing the other down. JJ actually very
I
happy
think
to see
Joe
Joe hit the floor.
implemented his game plan a lot better in the second round than the first round, but still not
10
well enough.
seconds corners.
I still give it 2 rounds to JJ, in my opinion. So
Both
far.
corners taking the maximum amount of time here. KSI was up before.
I think what we're looking at is JJ looking to carry on doing the same thing, and Joe trying to land a big shot to even the odds.
Joe looks defiant at this point of what JJ's trying to implement. Big body shot from
Oh my
JJ.
God, this is bad.
Headshots from KSI. He's going in, just blitzing him.
Joe did very well to handle that. That was amazing by JJ. Mouth guard out, and Joe stopped. JJ didn't, and there was
JJ landed
a big
punch.
punch
Yeah.
and after the stoppage.
Joe's
Joe
all right.
is readying himself. JJ is coming back to the middle. Joe's coming back to the middle. We're going to see them fight again.
JJ
Good
landing big punch.
uppercut by
Big from
JJ.
Joe.
Joe answers with the left hook. The jab of JJ is a nightmare to deal with.
Look at JJ just feeling his opponent out. He
JJ's
knows
doing
where he's
so
got him.
good.
Oh, JJ's trying to land some big punches, but he just can't. His arms will also be feeling a little weaker out there. Be feeling
The thing
a little
is,
shaky. Big
oh,
punches
that is
landed there.
unbelievable from
Big
JJ.
combinations.
And Joe is taking standing count for Joe Weller here. JJ doing fantastically well.
Joe Weller will be hearing JJ's coach over his shoulder shouting to JJ, calm down. This is in your hands.
Yeah, basically. Joe's struggling a lot here, but soldiering on like an absolute warrior. You've got to give him credit. Jay is reveling in it.
Pounding his chest, landing headshot after headshot after headshot. This is the killer instinct that he was talking
And
about.
it's all over. It's all over. And it's not. It's a
not.
standing count. We have to end it soon. It has to be over. I would rather say this end. Joe is not throwing at this point. This is not. We have to end this now. JJ is doing what he said he was going to do. And as a friend of Joe, I'd rather than say no.
This isn't what Joe wants to do. This isn't what he wants, though, is it? He wants to go further. You can see he's debating. Let me keep
You've got
going.
to give credit to JJ. He is being fantastic here.
He's been relentless. He's looking over to his corner there. He's getting some simple instructions from his coach. As Joe goes over to his corner to gather his mind and take it back out for another
And here we
pounding.
go. This surely is the end of the fight. JJ has got so much power.
It's waved off.
Oh, that is not.
The sidemen rushed in.
Joe away from all of
Joe's team surround him.
Can we just keep Joe away from him?
Joe is looking away from this, but there are huge scenes as the sidemen
JJ
raise
is
JJ up
lifted
onto
on
his
the
shoulders.
arms. He's won the fight. He celebrates everything he said was going to happen.
Come on.
You've got to say, that was an
Outside the ring,
amazing
guys, come
performance
on.
by JJ.
Victorious.
Let's keep it real.
He's looking
Keep
all his
it
friends
real.
in the eye. It is incredible scenes here. in
The
Buccaneers.
camaraderie between the sidemen and JJ is there for everyone to see. There's some real. They're so happy for him.
There's brotherly love there between these guys. Brotherly love. So many people so excited to see KSI win, but so many people at the same time so upset to see Joe.
As a friend of these two and as a fan of these two, I'd love to see a handshake after this. I'd love that.
Both of them have been great sportsmen in this one. Joe and JJ seem to be going towards each other. What's happening
There we
there?
go. There's a hug from
There's
the
a big
lads.
That's the best bit, guys. They're now embracing. That's what we want to see at
There's
the
the
end of a
embrace we
great
want to see.
fight.
JJ raises his hand.
Wow.
The better man
Ladies
won.
and gentlemen, make some noise for both boxers
Credit to
here
JJ.
tonight.
He was phenomenal in this fight.
Look at that close angle of him. That is a man in full confidence.
Do you know
He
what it
said
is? The transformation he's been through. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The trainer, you can see how close they are. Him and his trainer. They're like best mates, aren't they?
JJ said to you beforehand, he'd continue this after this fight.
He might want to call someone out. I think I might have to get into the ring after this.
Go get it.
interview.
True Geordie heads towards the ring, and you can see
Ladies and
everyone
gentlemen,
wants to be
I'm
on
hoping
camera
that
here.
we have at ringside one of the
JJ brings his
greatest
brother
heavyweight
Deji
legends
closer
on
towards
our
him.
shores. I'm hoping he's
Does
in the
Deji
house
get into the
and
ring
he's going to
with
come
him?
into the ring. I'm looking for Derek Chisora. Where are you, Derek?
Wow, Derek Chisora coming in to present this belt to KSI. Huge.
We have
look
Derek
at that
Chisora into the ring.
on the side there. JJ just shouting at all the people on the side. Embracing. Derek Chisora's in the ring now. JJ embraces him. Well, that is going to be little solace for Joe Weller, who hears his second name shouted around the arena.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now go to our formal announcement. Your referee will bring both boxers to the centre of the ring. I'm sure you'll agree. Everyone in this top of box here tonight, both boxers deserve our respect, and they deserve to be attributed for a great fight they put on here tonight.
You see True Geordie in the background there. You see KSI in the foreground. The referee holding his glove, which is emblazoned with all the things he was going to do to Joe in this fight, all the things that he promised he would do, and ultimately what he delivered on. Incredible scenes here from KSI. Look how relieved he looks. Look how happy he is that everything that he said he'd do, he fulfilled.
Here we go.
Joe also.
Ladies and
opens us into
gentlemen.
the ring. Look at the pride on Joe's face.
Fight
A
scheduled
bloody
for
face,
6
but a
3-minute
proud man.
rounds. But 1 minute 30 seconds into the third round,
His trainer
your
takes the blood off his
referee
face.
was forced to stop the contest. Your winner by way of TKO from Watford. Let's hear it for the Nightmare KSI.
KSI gets the
Present the
belt
championship belt.
put around his
None other than one
waist.
of the greatest heavyweights ever to rock up from our shores. World heavyweight contender, Derek Chisora, in the house with us here
Incredible
tonight.
stuff.
I'm now going over to you.
JJ, you did everything you said you were going to do. How do you feel?
I taught the talk, and I walked the walk, motherfucker. Yo, on the road though. Joe, you're way harder, you're way tougher than I thought. And fair play, bro, respect for it. Respect for you getting in the ring and giving me a tough battle, bro. Yo.
Is there anyone you want to thank?
I want to thank my mom, my dad, my bro, The Sidemen, you know it. I want to thank all the friends as well, everyone who helped me out. Faye Sensei, I see you. Ooze. Dita, my PT, bro. Thank you, bro. Sarah, she was my nutritionist. Thank you. Leon, thank you for destroying me in sparring and helping me defeat anything. And of course, Vidal Riley. Remember that name, ladies and gentlemen, because he is going to be a boxing world champion. Mark my words.
Vidal.
Riley.
Vidal, any words from you? Listen, he stuck to the game plan. He done well. I'm proud of him. Everyone came out today to support. They're the true winners. Everyone that traveled, they're the true winners.
Shout out to all the fans that had my back from day one, y'all. From day one.
Who's the athlete now? One important thing. Listen, Joe. You gave a fucking good fight. Excuse my language. You done a good fight. It's YouTube. It's okay. It's okay. He's tough. He's very tough. Tougher than we expected.
Yo, I'm going to be honest, Joe. I don't like you. But I like what you stand for, okay? Mental illness is a real thing, ladies and gentlemen. And I want this event to showcase that anyone who's suffering from mental illness, you are not alone, okay? And you should never, ever give up, okay? All my life, I've had people tell me you can't do this, you can't do that. YouTube, they said that you can't get 100,000 subscribers, 1 million subscribers, 10 million, 17 million. And what did I do? I proved them wrong. Same with the music. People said I couldn't do music. And you know what? I proved them all wrong. I came out to a song featuring Big Sue, one of the most underrated grime artists today. And he was with me for all of this, and I'm just proving all of them wrong. Same with movies. I did the same with that. And of course, with boxing. They said 8,000 people were going to see my head knocked out on the canvas. And the millions of people watching. Look at me now, motherfucker. Look at me now.
You said before this fight you had something planned. Is there anything you want to say to someone out there? You said you wanted to call someone out.
Well, obviously, man's got this belt right now. If any YouTuber wants it, you can come get it. Jake Paul, Logan Paul, any of the Pauls, I don't care. Bring it. Same, yo, if any celebrity wants it, yo, where's Rio? Where's Rio Ferdinand? If Rio wants it, I know you're doing your Betfair thing. If you want some, bro, I'm ready, yo.
After that, I don't think so, but
I'm ready, dude. 4 months, bro. 4 months training. That's all I had. But anyway, thank you to all the fans that came out. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. Commiserations show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it.
Everybody, your winner, KSI!
Champion steps to one side.
I want to work with Joe Weller now. Joe, it didn't go how you planned. You tried your hardest. How do you feel, bro?
Obviously, I'm gutted. Like I said, I thought we did everything we could do to defeat JJ in this fight. But at the end of the day, he's prevailed. He's a heavy hitter. Those blows, they stun you. You know what I mean? So 100% respect. JJ's taking this seriously. He's putting the work. And yeah, that power is lethal. But regardless, I've taken something much bigger away from this whole experience. I feel like I've grown as a person, being surrounded by my team and my family and my friends. And I didn't get a championship belt, but I've got much more in life, I feel, from this. So I'm still happy.
You have a lot of people here right now who love you. I'm one of them. What do you want to say to all your fans out there who've come here to support you?
I just want to say, I respect every single one of you. The support you show, the loyalty, it's honestly, it blows my mind. I know I'm never 100%, well, not always 100%, but the fact that you guys are there from the viewers to my friends to my family, every single one of you are loyal and you support, and it's just, honestly, it's incredible, and I just want to say a thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, your fighters, KSI, Joe Weller. Well done, lads.
Two incredible contenders there.
Gentlemen, one more time, give a big round of applause for both boxers. And of course, your winner, the Nightmare, KSI.
Well, it was a dream for him tonight as he stepped out into the ring. He did exactly what he said he would.
JD and all of us here, OP Talent Upload Events, we'd like to wish you a very good weekend, what is left of it. We sincerely hope you have a very, very safe journey home and enjoy the rest of what promises to be a great Saturday night. Ladies and gents, thank you so much for joining us, not only here at the Copper Box Arena, but around the world, live online.
Thanks for watching.
We thank you. Good night.
Whatever stream you're watching on, have a good night. We'll see you here again real soon on this channel.